you gotta stay in the spot. Stay in the spot.
Good evening and welcome to the Champion Sports Network feature game of the night, coming at you live from Waxahachie, Texas. We have a big one tonight as two huge up-and-comers in Waxahachie Life. The Mustangs play host to the Athens Hornets. I'm Adam Ferguson, joined by my broadcast partner, John Cookman, who's going to be bringing some expert analysis tonight. John, how are we feeling?
Man, we are feeling awesome. This is a great feeling, Adam. You know, you and I have been doing this on Saturday afternoons, and we represent that college ranks. But for the first time, Champion Sports Network is dipping its hat in the Texas Friday Night Lights Creek. This is more than exciting. I can't tell you how excited I am.
You hear their band in the background, you hear the crowd. It doesn't get better than Texas Friday night high school football, John.
This is what you dream of when you're a little guy dreaming about coming up through the ranks, and it's the Friday Night Lights here in Texas.
And we are ready to go, and here in just a few short minutes, of course, the Waxahachie Life 0-1 to start the season. Again, playing host to the Athens Hornets, who are 1-0 to start the season. John, walk us through the matchup here a little bit.
Okay, the matchup is simply that Athens High School comes in from about an hour and a half southeast of here, and that's in high school. I guess that's about the max of the road trip that you're going to make in the beginning of your season. But they come in, like you said, 1-0. They beat Brownwood last week, and this is a team that is finding itself on the ground. We'll talk a lot more about that during the game, but there is an energy that they bring on the ground, as opposed to it's a steep contrast to Life High School coming in with an air raid attack, and so it's going to be the contrast of two totally different mindsets of, at least that's what it looks like on paper.
And of course, last season we heard the head coach of Waxahachie Life talk last year about the wing T offense that they'd like to run. So completely different coming into this season. We're going to see an air raid attack from the Mustangs, and the other side, like you said, the Hornets. Really opposite styles of offense for both of these teams, so it's going to be a fun one to watch.
Well, the Mustangs put it up a lot last week, even though they lost to Godley. They put a lot of yards through the air in the books, and that game was a lot closer than the final score actually told, but they got it going in the second half, and I think they're going to pick right back up and show us that air raid mentality in this game.
Another one of the things you want to look out for is Athens last week. They put up 42 points with less than 300 yards of offense. So you're looking for a good defense, good special teams, and it sets up that rushing offense really led by their quarterback, which we will see here in just a little bit. John, walk us through maybe a quick player on each team to watch.
Well, Arroyo, you just talked about the quarterback for Athens, 160 yards. Quarterback not in the air.
Not on in the air.
The ground. And it was just a phenomenal game. And they say this guy is lights out fast, very sneaky when you look at him. Then he'll just blow right by you. 160 yards, kind of proof is in the pudding. And then the Division I prospect and Jalen Mann. He's a cornerback. He can play really anything on the field, but on defense is his specialty. And you're probably going to see him get a few reps at wideout today. I at least predicted, because there was some of the statistical information that showed us that he played a little bit on the wideout and could catch the ball.
And, of course, last week, unfortunately for the Waxahachie Life Mustangs, they did drop a not necessarily a close one, but it was a high-scoring game. It was really a barn burner. So expect to see some high-powered offenses here tonight in the separate, really, realms of offense.
Well, both of these teams come in. They're very familiar with each other. This is going to be kind of a revenge grudge match. Last year, about this time, Life School took care of business in Athens, 55-35. Athens is remembering that. I can guarantee you that. And they've got a little more potent game to bring to the field this week. And I think there's a little bit of that grudge match that's kind of going on. And if you didn't know, Life School played in District 9 last year. They are in District 5 this year. So this is a non-conference game.
So, of course, doesn't matter towards those conference standings. Now, let's take you a quick look at our sponsors for tonight's games. Life School Foundation and SAGU, a biblically based Christian university that equips students spiritually, academically, professionally, and cross-culturally for their God-given careers. We will return with game time action right after this message.
Remember, spectators, keep your mask on while sitting in the stands unless you're eating and drinking. You may remove your mask if you're within the group and remaining socially distanced from everyone else. Thank you.
And we are ready for kickoff here, as it looks like the Mustangs will start out with possession, and the Hornets will kick it here to start this one. Back to return kicks here for Waxahachie Life is Arroyo and Hall. Arroyo, of course, one of the many weapons that this Mustangs team has. Plays quarterback, punter, and kicker, John, as well as kick returner.
And if you kind of loosely think about it, he's also playing running back. Oh, boy. This is going to be a good show.
Oh, John, I love high school football.
Yes,
I
sir.
love it. Arroyo to kick. And here comes Waxahachie Life. They return it past the 25, but brought down right at the 25-yard line. Brought back by Barnes. Kendall Barnes on the return. So the Mustangs start with possession at the 25-yard line here as they come out on offense.
Barnes, a senior, going to fill the duties in the wide receiver role and going to play a little cornerback tonight, going both ways. You see that a lot in the 4A.
Absolutely do. That's what makes high school football so great. And we're going to get a flag here early on, and it looks like this one's going to go against Life. And in the Mustangs, it is a false start, so a 5-yard penalty here to start the game. Not really how you want to start on offense coming out in your first home game, John.
No, that is not the way you want to do it, but we're going to see how resilient they are. Mayfield in the backfield.
He's going to throw it out to the flat. It's brought in by Fuller. Fuller breaks tackle, takes it up past the 30. Gets a solid gain there on first down. Picks up 12, would have been a first down if not for the false start penalty, but a good play to get some yardage back there.
Great confident throw out of the backfield for Mayfield. This youngster, just a freshman at him.
Mayfield fakes a handoff, back to pass again, goes short, brought in and caught at the 35, brought down. Does he have enough for the first? It looks like he does. First down, Mustangs. They will move the chains.
Nice little play action right there. And Mayfield, as a freshman, just looks confident and comfortable.
Absolutely.
In the backfield.
You'll see a lot of RPO, read pass option from this Mustangs offense. And more often than not, I'd venture to say that they will drop back to pass. Here is Mayfield. He's going to hand it off this time. Hands it off to man in the backfield. Cuts back up the middle. Good carry there on first down. Elijah Berry picks up 8 yards.
Elijah Berry's a huge running back. That's a force to be reckoned with. Keep your eye on him. He also plays a little defense because he's 6'1", Adam. Weighs about 180 pounds.
Second and short here. Mayfield back to pass. He's going to go deep down the sideline, looking for his man off the hands. That time of Datrian McCoy.
Very close. A lot of loft on that pass. It's tough. McCoy had to kind of come back. He could have caught that, definitely off his fingertips. You know, coaches say, if it touches your fingers, you got to bring it in.
I like the play call, though, on second and short. Third and very manageable here in 2 yards, right around midfield. Mayfield back in the shotgun. He checks with the coach. He's got 2 outright to the right and left. 4 wide here for Mayfield. Mayfield takes the snap. Keeps it himself. He's going to roll out to the right. Huge block, and he's going to cut it back inside and pick up the first down. What a block there by Darius Fuller to spring that run by Mayfield, and he picks up the first down.
There you see it.
It was a legal, clean and legal block.
Darius Fuller, senior.
And slow to get up was Drew Horn for the Hornets.
You don't see Fuller much on the offensive side, but that's why you see him, because he's big and he can lay those blocks in, usually playing, and you'll see him much more on the defensive side tonight.
And we have a Mustang down as well, Elijah Weiss, a senior lineman. You see the block again on Horn by Fuller. The senior lineman for Waxahachie Life is down as well. Mayfield picked up 5 yards when he needed 2, so that is good for a first down here for Waxahachie Life, although we could be seeing a big blow in the loss of senior guard Elijah Weiss. Not able to get off the field under his own power.
Not putting a lot of pressure on that right leg. Usually kind of either a knee or an ankle.
New set of downs here for the Mustangs. 1st and 10. Barry remains in the backfield here with Mayfield. H-back up front is Justin Timms. Back to pass to Mayfield. He's going to take a shot deep. Double coverage. Gets past his man. Brings it. Oh, almost brings it in.
Are you kidding me?
Off the hands. Datrian McCoy almost had a touchdown. Mayfield put it right where he needed to. And unfortunately for the Mustangs.
McCoy is going to find, matter of fact, he's not going to go back to the huddle. He's going to take a little trip to the sideline. And he knew it. It's in the breadbasket. Great pass by Mayfield.
Shows the faith, though. Twice on this first drive, they try to go deep to McCoy.
Well, McCoy can catch it, and he is a speedster. He would be gone. That would be 6 if he kept a hold of that one.
He ran right by 2 guys there on that play. 2nd and 10 here. Mayfield hands it off. Bouncing off his own man, trying to cut it back, but brought down in the backfield. Good tackle there on the defensive side. So it's going to be 3rd and long here for the Mustangs, 3rd and 15 to be exact. Here is Mayfield. He's back to pass. Gets it out to the flat to his man. He makes a man miss, gets out of bounds. Got a good chunk of it back just past midfield, but that will bring up 4th down here for the Mustangs, and we will see what they do here. And it looks like they're going to line up to potentially go for it.
Big move by Coach Stanley.
.20 on the play clock here. Mayfield awaits the play from his coach. Takes a snap. He's going to roll out to his left. He's going to keep it himself. Trying to cut it upfield, but he's going to get brought down by a host of Hornets. And that is going to be a turnover on downs as the Hornets get a stop. After the Mustangs got it past midfield. 4th and 5. Athens comes up with a big stop, and here comes the rushing attack offense here by the Hornets.
The complexion just changed a little bit with and it's kind of, you know, the point of the game. Early in the game it happens. It takes a few downs, and then you wake up, and it took a big play, a great block by Life. But it kind of rung the bell of one of the Athens players, and then you saw Athens just respond on defense.
They hand it off here on 1st down, but he's brought down behind the line. That was Zay Hall, the first carry of the game here for the Hornets. And a good job there by the Waxahachie Live defense for a loss of 1. There you see really the solo job there done by Devin Dolloway. 2nd down, they takes a handoff, keeps it himself. Up the middle is Arroyo. He spins off a tackle, falls forward, and gets a good chunk of yards there on 2nd down. It's going to bring up 3rd and 4. Very manageable for this rushing attack offense. There you see, it's tough there on defense when you have to watch 2 guys coming out of the backfield. We get a whistle and a timeout. Going to be charged to Athens. They want to talk over this 3rd down play as they have the ball in good field position here past the 50-yard line into Mustang territory.
That was a great 2nd down play. I don't know if we'll get to see it again.
There you see the yardage so far for either team. Of course, Waxahachie.
There it is.
Waxahachie Live. There, yep, good play. He had faked the handoff to the outside to Hall and kept it himself.
I mean, Arroyo is just so elusive. A 360 spin coming off the first contact there and gets loose. So probably another 4 yards after first contact.
And you see why he was the leading rusher last week. He's just so hard to bring down. Averaged close to 10 yards a carry last week.
It was 14, I believe.
I should say close to 15. He's actually back to pass. Looks like he's going to try to tuck it and get upfield, but he is brought down, and the whistle blows. There to clean up the tackle was Jamal Whitman. That's going to bring up 4th down here for Athens. There is a flag on the field. We'll see the call here. Ooh, they're going to call offsides here against Waxahachie Life, and that will give Athens enough yardage for a first down, and that is deflating, John. You get a big stop there on third, and the offsides penalty is going to kill you as they move the chains. So 1st and 10 here for Athens. New set of downs at the 40-yard line after the offsides penalty. Arroyo takes a snap, fakes a handoff, tries to go up the middle, but down quickly. Good tackle in the backfield, Darius Fuller. You saw laid down a huge block on the offensive side. Makes an impact on the defensive side as well.
Well, it looks like they're going to come out and really just saddle up Arroyo and just say, hey, take us home, baby. Let's do this.
Here's Arroyo. He's actually going to drop back and pass. Quick outlet to the sideline. He's going to cut upfield, and a huge play there on 2nd down. Does he have enough yardage for the first down? He's right at that marker, and they will signal he had enough for the first down. So you see Waxahachie Life get a stop on a run play, which we are accustomed to seeing Athens do, and they come out and throw a quick pass.
And he shows that he's just not one-dimensional. He can throw the ball as well.
And Waxahachie Life does another good job there, bringing down that time the running back out of the backfield, Nathan Sims, for no gain, maybe a loss of 1.
Sims is a heavy guy, man. He can run north on you really hard and punish that defensive line. You'll see him. He's right now, well, after that run, not 5 yards a carry, but he'll pick it back up.
Arroyo swings it out, quick hitter to Caleb Bennett. He brings it in and makes it 3rd and short here, probably about 3rd and 4, maybe 5. He delivered that ball before Bennett was even looking. That's a good job by Bennett to get his hands out and bring it in. 3rd and 4, here's Arroyo. Snap goes over his head, it hits the ground. Can he fall on it? He does fall on it. It will remain with Athens, but it will be a 4th down. Snap was just a little too high there for the Hornets quarterback.
This is dangerous. You put your quarterback and really your number 1 player in a bad position here because he's got to go cover it up. He's got to find it covered up, but runs a risk for a big hit because he's very vulnerable.
Looks like they will line up to go for it. Here's Arroyo. Arroyo fakes a handoff, throws it over the middle, and incomplete. Good job. Heads up play there by the defensive back, Christopher Gillespie Jr. to knock it away and gain some yardage on the turnover on downs. If you pick that off, you lose probably about 15, 16 yards of field position.
Well, this defense seems to have quite a bit of veteran leadership on it, and it's going to be hard to crack the code in the secondary. And that was a risky throw because he threw it into coverage, but it was a very sharp throw. It looked good.
Yep. So both defenses stand strong on 4th downs. And the Mustangs will take over again here on offense, and Mayfield is in at quarterback. Takes a snap, and he's going to hand it off. Cuts it back, goes to the outside. Good run there on 1st down. He's going to gain about 9, but a good carry there by Elijah Berry.
Very good run by Berry. Saw the field open, took advantage of every yard.
They actually gave him enough for the first. So 1st and 10, Mayfield rolls out to his right. Looking for somebody. He throws it towards the sidelines, out of the hands, in and out of the hands, rather, there of McCoy. Some early struggles here for the sophomore receiver, Detrian McCoy.
It was a good comeback, and Mayfield left it on the inside. I think McCoy was probably expecting it to be a little more on the outside shoulder.
Deterian, but he's shown that he can get open. He's got to complete that catch.
He's so quick.
Very good route runner, and he is fast. Oh, the interception, and it could go all the way. In for a touchdown. Untouched is Gage Frederick. Read the pass by Mayfield and takes it back for a touchdown. And that is an explosive play for this Athens defense, and it will put them up 6-0, barring an extra point here.
Great read.
Mayfield held on to the ball just a second too long. Wanted to get it out there at the first instinct, the first read, but he just waited. You saw him pump. He couldn't quite get it out there when he wanted to. And that is that you're throwing an out pounder. You got to get it either there or throw it out of bounds.
After this kick, I'm going to tell you what that reminded me of. That is what we call jumping the route on the defense. Take you back a couple of Super Bowls.
We couldn't even get through one quarter, John.
Butler jumps the route there, doesn't bite. Of course, the receiver there kind of slipped. It's a great read.
Absolutely. But it will take.
I didn't even mention their name, Adam. So
everyone
if you're
knows.
A football fan.
If you know John
You're
Cookman.
Well, they don't. They don't know me yet. But Mr. Fredrich, that was a fantastic play.
Absolutely, and it's going to bring Athens out to a 7-0 lead.
Reminds me of one of my most memorable and fun moments in the NFL.
We watched that game together.
We did.
Absolutely. I was openly rooting against your Patriots.
Hey. Well, you said you called him out.
I invoked the name. That's my fault. So here comes Athens to kick. Arroyo again doing the kicking duty for the Hornets. Back to return for the Mustangs again will be Kendall Barnes as well as Draylon DeQuire.
Let me run some numbers by you here. Devon Arroyo, number 7 in the state of Texas in yards gained at 160. Now, in my mind, 160 is a really good night's work. But that brings you in at number 7. There were 6 other guys that ran for more than 160 yards. And we'll just mention his name, Kason Phillips out of Stephenville. Very close to here, actually. It's kind of considered the North Texas area. And he ran 208 yards, one game.
And it's impressive enough as well that it came from the quarterback position, which just shows you how shifty he is in that backfield.
We can see he is elusive.
And he is very smart with the ball because they are running kind of a read option offense, and he knows when to give it up and when to keep it, and he's very, very good at it. Mayfield will come back out here at quarterback, 4 wide, 2 on either side. Hands it off up the middle, spins off a tackle, cuts it back up, fights hard for about 2 yards. That time was Barry. They're going to give him 3 yards, make it 2nd and 7.
It's going to be interesting to see the youngster, the freshman, putting all the weight on his shoulders at quarterback, throwing a pick 6. How do you respond? How do you come out?
And he rolls out to his right, looking for a man, looking for Timms in the flat. He gets him, pushed out of bounds. But it looks like he will have enough for a first down.
That was just a technically well-executed rollout. Spotted his player and delivered it right on the numbers.
And they move the chains. Justin Timms also does play quarterback for this team. He had some snaps last week, and he had some success last week for this Mustangs team. So we'll see if he takes any snaps at the quarterback position. But right now, playing receiver, here's Mayfield looking to his left. Long throw, brought in for a first down past midfield, cuts it back, tries to get it down the sideline, but is brought down. Jalen Mann, you talked about him pregame, the Division I prospect. Show him there why.
And the prospect is on the defensive side, but he's got hands, Adam, and he's big.
A D1 prospect is a D1 prospect on either side of the ball.
That's right, especially in high school. You'll take it either way.
So new set of downs past midfield here is Waxahachie Life. They line up with a bunch set to the left side. 3 out there to the left of Mayfield. Takes a snap. Quick hit to the flats to his running back. He cuts it up down the sideline. He could be gone. He's got the chance. He fumbles it. It goes out of bounds. Fortunately for the Mustangs, he was gone. Had nothing but green in front of him and just drops it. And again, fortunately for Waxahachie Life, it just goes out of bounds. Untouched. It just slipped out of his hands. Oh, no. You know he's sick. He had a touchdown. Elijah Berry.
I mean, one of my favorite college coaches, Frank Tristan, calls it carrying it like a loaf of bread.
And we are going to get a false start here on offense.
You can't grab it like it's bread. You got to tuck it in, keep a hold of it, and get the score, young man.
Mike Gillespie's going to get called for the false start at the right tackle, so moving back 5. Oh, and that is gut-wrenching for Waxahachie Life because he was gone, John. First and 15 here, and again, another flag's going to come out for a false start. I think it is on the right tackle position again. So Waxahachie Life will start this new set of downs back 10 yards. They're going to talk about it. We'll see what they say here. Yep, they're going to say false start. Yep, and there you see it. Just kind of got back on those heels. He did react to the defense jumping, but they never crossed that line of scrimmage. So it's going to be 1st and 20 here for Waxahachie Life. Mayfield gets the play from the sideline. 10 on the play clock. 4 out wide here for the freshman quarterback. Takes a snap. He's back to pass in the pocket. He's going to let it fly towards the sidelines. Brought in this time. McCoy brings it in, makes a man miss, and then gets down past the 20. So they pick up 13. They're going to say 14 on that first down play. So a good play there to get a bunch of that yardage back and make this 2nd and manageable. There you see McCoy. He is so dangerous when he gets the ball in his hands, and there you see why.
That was a little Odell-ish on the sideline there. Just not giving up and trying to recreate or create some extra yards there instead of taking the easy way out.
2nd and 8, Mayfield gets it out to the flat. Hits his man, and he drops it again. He fumbles it again. Who's going to pick it up? Waxahachie Life had it for a second, and it looks like Athens will come away with possession on the fumble by the running back who caught the pass in the flat, Elijah Berry. 2 fumbles on this drive, and that one is killer because it stops the drive. Coaches on the sideline of Waxahachie Life are trying to ask for an incomplete pass, but I think it's pretty clear on our end that he had possession of the ball in a couple of steps and just dropped it as he was trying to make his move. Unfortunate there for Waxahachie Life as they were moving and driving, and another drive killed here by a turnover.
There you see Mustangs are coming in, will already have amassed 78 yards through the air. We told you it was going to come down. You're going to see a lot of a running show from the Hornets and a lot of air raid from the Mustangs.
1st and 10 here for Athens as Arroyo back in the backfield. He's going to hand it off here. Up the middle is the big bruising running back. He's just going to fall forward for yardage. There hands it off to his man, Nathan Sims.
Sims will punish you. Look at that young man. He's huge.
We don't have a listed weight for Sims, but he
219.
219 for Nathan Sims as he takes the ball again and this time rolls his way to a 1st down. And he looks every bit of 219, John. He is a beast out of that backfield. 1st and 10 here for the Hornets. Fakes the handoff, almost loses it. Arroyo falls forward, gets about 4 yards there on 1st down. He actually might have been helped by the fact that he kind of bobbled the exchange because it delayed the line just enough, the defensive line rather, just enough to where he could scoot past him. Quick hitter to the outside, brought in, and he gets past the initial defender for a 1st down and then driven out of bounds. Pass completed to number 10, Jared Duff. You see him go down and get it, makes a man miss. He just kind of tiptoes that sideline enough for a 1st down. The chains are moving here for Athens. High snap, but he gets the handoff. Sims is just so tough to bring down at the initial point of contact. It picks up, we'll call it 7, maybe 6 yards there on that 1st down carry. Arroyo takes a snap again, hands it off to Sims again. Why not? And hand it off to the hot man. And he falls forward. That time a shorter carry, about 2 yards, to bring up 3rd and short. About 3rd and 2 here for Athens, but we've seen them go for it on 4th down once already. Arroyo, there's going to be a flag, so Waxahachie Life could catch a break here, and they will. A false start going against the Hornets. We're going to call it.
False start. The offense.
Derek Killingsworth gets called for the false start. So moving back 5, 3rd and 7 here for Athens. No flag. He's going to go deep with it. We don't see him take too many deep shots, and it will be incomplete. I think Arroyo thought maybe he had a free play. Oh, he did have a free play. The flag came on the far side. We'll see the call here. I thought maybe the flag would come from the close side to us here, as that's where the movement happened on the defensive side, but here's the official call. And he is going to call offside, so move it back up 5 yards to the original spot, 3rd and 2. And that's why we saw Arroyo take that shot deep downfield. You see pretty much the entire right side of the defensive line jumped. You see Arroyo just calm the pocket, had no pressure, had forever to throw. He could have taken off if he wanted to. Arroyo hands it off to his man up the middle, jumps and spins, but is brought down right at the first down marker. We're going to get a measurement here as it's pretty close. Ja'Cory Roberts on the carry. Oh, no measurement. They say first down, Hornets. Going to fight for that first down. 1st and 10 here for Athens. Arroyo takes a snap, fakes a handoff. He's back to pass. Going deep down the middle, has a man, brings it in. Athens scores a touchdown. Beautiful throw from Arroyo. Finds his man Jared Duff on the post route for a touchdown. That's pitch and catch, John. That's easy as it gets.
That was very nice touch by Arroyo over the top, just leaving it in a great athletic move by your wideout, as you see here, just right on the fingertips, exactly where he wanted it.
Great throw. We talked about the running prowess of Arroyo to start this game. He's shown he can flame the rock a little bit, John. He doesn't just have to run the ball.
Nope, he is definitely gaining ground through the air.
And he's got his team up 14-0 to start this game, and Waxahachie Life has got to do something here. It's still about 36 seconds left here in the first quarter. They find themselves down 2 scores. Turnovers have absolutely killed the Mustangs so far in this game.
It's a beautiful night here in Waxahachie, Texas. Just about 20 minutes south of Dallas, part of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. And it's been raining all week, finally let up. We really didn't know if we were going to be able to do this game in the rain or not as a broadcast. Surely they would have played, but it stopped raining right around noon, and it's been clear skies, but now it's starting to cool off. It's been swampy. I mean swampy, like Florida swampy.
Arroyo set
Don't get that up here.
No,
you know?
Not really, no. Arroyo set to kick here for the Hornets. He threw back a touchback the last kickoff attempt. Back to return for Waxahachie Life is Barnes and DeQuire. There's Arroyo's kick, and it will be fielded by DeQuire at the 14-yard line. Cuts it back, trying to cut it upfield. He's got it past the 30.
Got a little room.
Look out, past the 40. Brought down at the 45-yard line, and that could be the spark that this Mustangs offense needs. Great field position to start this drive.
What a great block, too, to get him another about 5 or 6 yards. You're going to see out on the edge.
And John, when you take
Here it comes.
Good, yeah.
And it was number 8.
Oh, Fuller, he's blocking this game. He had that huge block on the first drive. But, John, when you take that angle as a kick returner, you just know you're a little bit faster than everybody else.
True.
He just took off to that sideline. Out comes Mayfield, 4 wide, 2 stacked on either side. Has Barry in the backfield with him, and then another false start going against Waxahachie Life here. They got to get that figured out. That's 3 in the last 4 plays. 3 false starts in the last 4 plays. Excuse me, 5 plays. Still not great, but 3 in the last 5 plays.
Just mark it down in the notebook. Got to work on that Monday.
Here's Mayfield. He's going to tuck it and run. He's got no room to go anywhere, and he is brought down by a heap of Hornets. And that is not spelling fortune here for this Mustangs offense, as it's going to be 2nd and forever.
Athens just read that book completely.
2nd and 20.
They knew exactly what was coming at them because you saw the whole defensive shift to that left side. And, I mean, there was just no angle, no alley about.
We will flip sides here as the teams go to their respective sidelines at the first quarter break, where the Athens Hornets find themselves with a 14-point lead over the Waxahachie Life Mustangs.
And that first quarter was brought to you by Life School Education Foundation. They're our title sponsor tonight. And be sure to stay tuned at halftime. We got a couple interesting interviews.
Little teaser there by John Cookman.
That's right. Superintendent of the Life School System, Dr. Brent Wilson.
You got the superintendent for an interview.
Let me tell you something. We take this thing seriously.
Well, I'm excited to hear those interviews.
It's good information. It's going to be very educational.
As we approach the end of this first quarter break, the Life Mustangs face a 2nd and 20 after a false start penalty and then a tackle for a loss of 5 yards on the Mayfield run. And they got off to such a good start, too, on the kick return by DeQuire. He got it past her right at the 45-yard line. And not doing themselves any favors here as the offense, as Mayfield is going to trot out. Have 3 stacked, 3 bunched up wide to his left. Has Barry in the backfield. Again, 2nd and 20. Down 14-0 here are the Mustangs. Mayfield, he's back to pass. He's going to swing it out to the flat to Barry. Why not? He's been good after the catch. He runs over a man. He's going to pick up 10 on 2nd and 20. They're going to call it 9. Nope, they will call it 10. So he brings it back to the original line of scrimmage. And there is Barry. You just see him so good out of the backfield.
I love the call here by the offensive coordinator. Just, there's been a couple mishaps. And
oh, he snaps the ball. They're going to have a free play here. Mayfield, he's going to go deep with it down the sidelines. Underthrown, brought in, huge catch down to the 14 or 16-yard line. A free play, bomb thrown by Mayfield finds Jalen Mann. He goes up and gets it, brings it down. What a play. They're going to mark him down at the 17.
That's why the big boys are looking at him.
And you said it, D1 athlete, and there he is. Why not just give him a chance? Into double coverage, goes up for it and brings it down. Mayfield swings it out wide to McCoy. McCoy tiptoes out of bounds. He's going to pick up a 1.5 yards, maybe. They're going to call it for no gain, rather, on first down. So the freshman takes a free play, stands in the pocket.
I mean, just poised.
Lets it fly. 2nd and 10 here for Mayfield. Takes a snap. He is going to hand it off to Barry. Barry up the middle. Breaks a tackle. He's still on his feet. Down to the, we'll call it maybe the 3-yard line. Barry just showing it so hard to take this young man down.
2 huge plays by Barry on this drive, making up for a couple of the mistakes that he made early on.
He looks like he's running with a purpose.
Yep. He knows he's got to get a score up on the board.
They're going to mark him down at the 5, so he didn't quite fall forward there. So Life.
A little confusion.
1st and goal here at the 5-yard line. They line up with a tight end position. They can't get really set here on offense. You got about 6 seconds left on the play clock. They are going to try to get away with it. Here's Mayfield, takes the snap, hands it off to Barry. Barry cuts it up inside. Feet keep churning. Can he break the plane? He cannot. He's brought down at the 1-yard line. He was fighting and fighting and fighting to try to break through the plane, but a good job by Athens. They bent on that play, but they did not break as they were able to keep him out of the end zone, but it will be 2nd and short.
Well, I like that too by Barry. He just did not give up. He wanted it so bad, but 1 against 5 is kind of tough.
They're going to call an illegal shift or an illegal formation there on first down, so they're going to march it back 5. Not a false start. I don't, with the confusion on the offensive side there. They didn't quite get set where they needed to, and it's going to bite them as they, again, 5-yard penalty brings them back to the 10-yard line, so it's 1st and goal from the 10.
Jalen Mann gets the call to come back on the field, so I sense a little magic actually about to happen. We'll see what this freshman has up his sleeve.
And they call a timeout as they looked confused again on offense. Didn't quite know really where to set up.
10:03 left in the 2nd quarter.
As you have a look here at the
Willie Bible says that hit was nasty. I have to agree.
there we see the statistics so far in this game. Total yards in favor of the Mustangs, but of course that big number there, the second one from the bottom, the turnovers. 2 turnovers to none, and of course
that's the storyline right now.
One of those turnovers, pick 6.
Yep.
That puts 7 points on the board for Athens. Here you see, this is the play to Jalen Mann, the offsides free play. Just chuck it up there and let your D1 athlete go up and get it, and he did.
He did.
Into double coverage.
Incredible play.
Jalen Mann, one of these seniors that we saw honored for, of course, senior night here in the first home game for the Mustangs. We saw honored on senior night, and he's making a splash on senior night, is the senior. So here come the Mustangs marching out here 1st and 10 after the illegal formation penalty. And it looks like they are going to go with a direct snap here to Mann. So why not get the ball in your playmaker's hands as Mayfield is off the field. Here's Mann. He takes it. He's looking to bounce it to the outside. Cuts it upfield, down to the 10, down to the 5, into the end zone for a touchdown. There is a flag on the play. We will see what the flag is, but for now, the play will stand. There is a Mustang down on the field.
There was no touchdown sign given.
That's
not a good sign for life.
Flag on the play.
It's hard to see where the officials are pointing.
We
There's
can
clapping.
see the replay here.
There's
It could have been a block in the back maybe by McCoy. I don't know if he got there in time.
holding call on life. The Mustangs.
Right. If they got 5, that's cheap.
I'm not sure who they called.
I think they're going to give it to McCoy. Yep.
They're going to march it back. We'll see where they march it back to. I don't know if it was
5. It's a 5-yard penalty. That was assessed to McCoy, and you can see that at the last of that replay, he had his hands up inside of the pads.
They called it a 6-yard penalty.
What a turn here.
It happened
Look at
downfield.
this.
Yep. Look at the speed to get upfield.
Right there, you could see he was.
So they brought it back to the 16-yard line here. So it was a 6-yard penalty as it happened downfield. So it's going to be first and 16, first and goal from the 16. Mayfield gets it across the middle, finds a man wide open for a touchdown. After the penalties, finds Christopher Gillespie Jr. for the score, and that is about as wide open as you can get, John, across the middle.
And I love it that Mayfield waited. He knew this play was going to work. You saw him look him off and then come back to the inside, wide open.
Good route by Gillespie and a good patience there by the freshman Mayfield. And I don't know if you heard it, but one of the cool things that happens here is when the Mustangs score, the fans stomp their feet in the stands.
Yeah,
it
sounds like the herd of
Mustang. I don't know if you could hear it. I don't know if it translated, but that is a cool tradition.
It really is.
Waxahachie Life has.
They Mayfield gets in.
They go for 2 and they get it. Oh, another flag. We're going to get a false start here.
Watch this.
They line up in the funky formation, and Mayfield fakes the pass and just makes a man miss, but he pulls it in.
Watch this hit.
And
Mayfield's tough.
He took it. He took the hit. So it looks like they are going to come out and go for the traditional extra point, albeit a little farther back. Mayfield, he didn't have a blocker in front of him.
No.
But they called an illegal formation on that play, not a false start. So that's 2 illegal formation plays on Waxahachie Life on this drive.
I like the idea and the creativity to do something different.
Low snap, he gets it down, and the kick is up and through. Good job by the holder that time. Kennedy Hartman gets that snap down. Rather, Kennedy Hartman was the one who put it through, but a good job by the holder to get that low snap down.
Yeah, that was a great kick, actually. It was low, but had a lot of velocity on it.
So there we see the total yards. Waxahachie Life, of course, is outgaining the Hornets right now, 183 to 79, mostly through the air. A lot of big plays here for the Mustangs. Again, that big number, the turnovers for Waxahachie Life, just kind of keeping them, holding them back right now. They got to feel like they can have some more points on the board than they currently do. But regardless, it's a one-score game.
That's right. You see Curtis Benson egging on one of his friends, evidently. I'll tell you what, Curtis, invite 10 people to watch this broadcast right now, and we're going to say your name. Oh, I
You
already
did.
Now you owe me.
So here comes Kennedy Hartman to kick here for the Mustangs. Back to return the kick for the Hornets will be Zay Hall. He really is the lone man back there, so he's going to try to field it wherever it may be kicked. $9:50 left to go here in the first half. The kick is up. It's a pooch kick, and it looks like it's going to go out of bounds, and that is not what you want.
That's not going to end up well for the Mustangs, but it's going to be tremendous field position for the Hornets.
So Athens will come out on offense with good field position after the illegal kick out of bounds by Life. They haven't marched it off yet. But
I'd like to see Arroyo's numbers. Let's go maybe the data center.
here they go marching off the penalty. They get it out to the 35-yard line. So here comes Arroyo with his man in the backfield with him in Nathan Sims. 3 out wide to his left, 1 to his right. Fakes handoff, he's going to take up the middle himself. Cuts to the outside, makes a man miss. Gets it up past the 45 and falls forward down to the 48-yard line. They're going to mark him down at the 46. That's a good run by Arroyo.
He should have been down there. That should have been a 2-yard loss.
They had him in the backfield, but he gets enough for the first down.
That was, another 14 yards after first contact.
So here's Arroyo. 3 out wide to his left again. Man in the backfield is Sims. He's back to pass, swings it out, quick hitter to the right, and a good tackle. Good read there on the outside by Gillespie, who, rather, not Gillespie, it was Sherwan Daniels makes the tackle. Like I said, good read. He read that like a book. Quick
I think
hitter
that
to the
was
flat.
Gillespie.
And Daniels coming from that cornerback position to make the stop. 2nd and 12. Arroyo up the middle, runs into a herd of Mustangs, and they bring him, not yet they don't bring him down, and they finally do. All that for a 2-yard gain, and it's going to make it 3rd and 11. Arroyo kept it himself, kind of ran right in the back of his blockers. There wasn't really a hole there for him to see, but it will be 3rd and long here. 4 out wide, 2 on each side for Arroyo. Takes the snap. It doesn't look like they were ready for it. He's going to go deep.
Big throw.
It's picked off. Waxahachie Life brings it in. An odd play there on offense. The ball was snapped, and it looked like no one was ready for it. But regardless, an interception there for Waxahachie Life. It was Kendall Barnes went up and got it. It looked like maybe Arroyo thought there was going to be an offsides penalty. There was no pass rush. 4 verts, really. They just ran straight down the field, and Barnes did a good job of just high pointing the ball and bringing it down. And now Waxahachie Life, they get themselves a turnover, and they've got a chance here on offense to try to answer back and tie this game.
That was great patience by the defense. Just kind of knew something was not right, and they sniffed it out.
5 seconds left on the play clock. Mayfield gets the play. He's got to snap it. 2-1. He gets it off and will hand it off to Barry. Barry spins off a tackler and then is brought down for a gain of maybe a yard, half a yard at most. So it will be about 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that was tough. As you'll see, the gap that he was to run through
Got closed
got
up. Yep.
closed off big time. If
Had-
he would have slid it to the left, could have been maybe another 5 or 6 in it for him.
Had to try to bounce it back to the outside, but it was a good job there by Dylan Grubbs on Athens to stay home and complete the tackle. Here's Mayfield back to pass. Cross middle, almost picked up, brought in by McCoy.
Wow.
Catches it off the tip. And fortunately for Mayfield, that should have been an interception for the Hornets. And I think that linebacker Gavin Loden knows it as you see the hands on the head.
Oh, yeah. He got a good hand on it.
Good job by McCoy to stay focused and bring that in. That is tough to do.
That's very tough.
3rd and short here, 3rd and 1.
That kind of felt like a little bit of a Mahomes-ish no-look pass. I'd like to see that that replay again. Maybe we have an opportunity here. They're going to march them back.
Another false start
5.
here for the Mustangs.
Here we go. Watch this. Tell me, is he no-looking? Oh, no.
That was the false start.
Need the one right before it there. It's a replay stuck.
3rd and 6 here for the Mustangs. He's going to come out with 4 wide, 2 to either side. He pump fakes. He's going to go deep. He has man. Can he get there?
Oh.
He can't. Overthrown. The double move worked to perfection on the receiving end. The quarterback just couldn't quite get it to where he needed to. It was a little too far upfield and close or towards the middle.
Yeah. If it would have been on the, it would have been exactly the right yardage. It would have been over by the sideline.
So the Mustangs will line up to punt the ball back to the Hornets. Zay Hull to return the punt. First punt we've seen in this game, John. Both teams have gone for it on 4th down multiple times. The punt is up, and a flag will come out as the punter gets absolutely killed in the backfield.
And that punter, don't look
he's
now,
down.
is the freshman Mayfield.
That is you're absolutely right. That is the quarterback.
And it was actually a good
It was a good punt.
It was a good punt.
Manuel Blancas, they're going to get an automatic first down on the roughing the punter penalty, but Blancas just unneeded ran right into Mayfield, and he may have to take a second here on this. It looks like he's ready to go down in the huddle, and there was just no need for that.
There was a nice forearm to the upper chest there. That was a big dude.
That's a free first down for the Mustangs and a free 15 yards. Head scratcher there on that one.
Coach Rich of the Hornets going to have a little talk with that young man.
So Mayfield comes back out onto the field. He's got 5 wide. He's a tough kid. He just took a big hit from a guy who probably outweighs him by a good 150 pounds, and he's going to take off and run with it. He looks like he's running with some purpose. Mayfield gets taken down after a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, looks like they're maybe taking a little page out of the Hornets playbook. Arroyo, this is what we're used to seeing from Devon Arroyo. Mayfield.
He's a tough
just
kid.
Being sneaky.
He's a tough kid.
He's tough. I mean, when you saw him take that shot in the end zone on the 2-point
Didn't go down.
conversion, man, that was a big lick.
2nd and 6 here for Mayfield in this Mustangs offense. He's back to pass. He's going to roll out to his left. There is a flag on the play. He can't get rid of it, and he's brought down out of bounds. It will be a sack. I can't imagine them accepting this penalty. Connor Clay brings down Mayfield. It will be either 3rd and 10 or 2nd and 16. We'll see what Athens decides to do.
And we'll see. I don't know if we'll be able to see the field spread right here, but this is what they'll talk about in the film room next week is that, hey, instead of taking the sack there, that get rid of the ball. He had McCoy just about 6 yards, and the play was kind of out because McCoy had to drift, and he was out of bounds. And you won't see it, but he's just below him. He's just got to throw it out of bounds. It wouldn't have been a
they do decline the penalty,
yeah.
so it will be 3rd and 10 here coming up here for the Mustangs. They come out with 3 out wide to the left, 2 to the right, 5 wide here for Mayfield. Freshman in the backfield all by himself. He is back to pass. Flicks it over the middle. It's brought in for a first down. He gets Barry. Barry makes a man miss, and he's brought down past the 40-yard line. Caden Mayfield put that one on a line and found his man across the middle. That's a good throw by the freshman. They got a little bit of pressure there, but he stepped up, made the throw, found his man, Elijah Barry.
It's interesting to see how much territory the Hornets are giving up in the middle.
That's where they've had the most success, have the Mustangs on offense. Here is Mayfield, 5 wide again. Quick hitter to the outside, McCoy brings it in, but he's brought down, almost brought down, finally brought down quickly by the Athens defense. Cedric Lowe made the first hit, and that will be a loss. They'll call it maybe a no gain as forward progress. Maybe had a loss of 1, did McCoy, and he's shaken up. He goes off the field.
He took a good lick, man. He couldn't get down fast enough. Number 30 comes in, delivers a high and a hard hit.
2nd and 11 here for the Mustangs offense. And it looks like they're going to line up with 3 out bunch to the left for Mayfield, 1 to the right, Barry in the backfield.
There's a wide receivers conference happening over on the left side of the field with the coaching staff.
He hands it off. Barry gets brought down after a gain of, we'll call it 4. So it'll bring up 3rd and about 7. They might call it 3rd and 8. Third down here for the Mustangs.
4.5 minutes left in this quarter. Mustangs trying to make a little magic happen. Bring this thing back to even Steven.
We get a whistle here. I'm not sure. I think Connor Clay, maybe an injury timeout, or Clay is maybe some blood coming out from Clay. I'm not sure what the call is here, but he will be going to the sideline. And if I'm Waxahachie Life, I'm going to go ahead and snap the ball here because they have 12 men on the field. Oh,
they're out of sorts.
There we go. They get a timeout. Athens calls a timeout. I think they knew.
You got a young man with his helmet off, but he's on the field.
They had 12 men on the field as Clay came off the field. They subbed in 2 guys for him. And then I think they realized they had 12 men on the field, and they called a timeout to get things sorted out here. Not sure why Connor Clay had to come off the field. It looked like maybe there was a blood issue or something, but he walked off the field. And then Athens took a timeout, so he will be eligible to come back on the field if he chooses to do so, or if he is able to after this timeout. But here you see the stat line through quarter and a half here in Waxahachie. Pass yards being dominated here by the Mustangs, 175 through the air and 217 yards total to Athens 89.
Jason Brown Jr. says Caden Mayfield is tough, and I'm going to agree.
Brad Davidson
100.
too. Mayfield showing toughness tonight, and I'm with you. I am with you. Absolutely tough. Took that roughing the punter penalty, and then came right back out and took a quarterback keeper right off the edge. So here comes 3rd and 8 for the Mustang offense. H-back is Justin Timms. Here's Mayfield. He's going to hand it off. Reverse. They get it to him around the edge. It looks like they may have it set up, and they do. Down the sideline, past the 20, out of bounds. Good play. Christopher Gillespie Jr., who's got a receiving touchdown today for the Mustangs, takes the end around, the reverse, and shows the speed.
Now watch this. Mayfield gets a good lick in here on the block.
Yes, he did. He's tough. There's not really anything else to say.
He loves football.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 here. New set of downs for the Mustangs.
I can't compare him to Mahomes now. Mahomes not going to stand there and get a hit.
4 out wide here for the Mustangs. Mayfield takes a snap. He's back to pass. Pumps. Trying to find his man. Going deep. Looks like he's going for Jalen Mann. Does he go up and get it? He cannot. It was into double coverage and it was broken up. The ball just hung a little too long in the air to make a play on.
I kind of like that play because you got your D1 athlete. He's really a cornerback by trade, and he's going to play defense here. Make sure there's no interception. Great play by Jalen Mann.
It'll be 5 wide here for Mayfield. 2nd and 10. Mayfield takes the snap. He's going to take it up the middle. Delayed draw. Breaks a tackle.
Shifty.
Up the middle. Spins. Makes a man miss. Wow. Caden Mayfield. What a run by the freshman quarterback. Looked like he was dead to rights, brought down for no gain, and he's able to turn it into a 6-yard, 7-yard gain there. Wow. Caden Mayfield. Look at the spin move. Making people miss. Taking hits.
Very nice.
3rd and 4.
They're going to call it a gain of 6, 3rd and 4 here now for the Mustangs. And it looks like they will stick with the 5 wide set.
And they're using a lot of clock. I like this session for the Mustangs.
Mayfield back to pass. Looking across the middle. He's got his man Barry. Barry brings it in. Has enough for the Mustangs. 1st down. And it should be 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. And it is. As the Mustangs are in the red zone with goal to go. Now you see more success across the middle.
Yep.
Just finding the soft spot in that zone defense. Hits his man Barry.
1st and goal for the Mustangs.
14-7 ball game here in Waxahachie as Athens has their backs up against the wall here. 1st and goal for the Mustangs. H-back is Sims. Or Tim's rather. We're going to get a flag. Another false start here for the Mustangs. It's killing them right now as the false starts.
False start on the Mustangs. It'll be 1st and goal from the 15.
So 1st and goal from the 15-yard line have the Mustangs. And if you're a Mustangs fan, you'd love a touchdown here to head closer to halftime in a tie ball game. And a tie ball game in which you've turned the ball over twice, and one of those a pick 6, you got to feel real good if you can get a score here and go into halftime tied. About 2 minutes left to go here in the 1st half as the clock keeps ticking. 1st down, Mayfield. Back to pass. Rolls out to his left. Steps up. Flings it towards the back of the end zone. It's broken up. Intercepted. And another turnover. And that is unfortunate as the ball was just batted up perfectly for the Athens defense. And it was brought in by Cedric Lowe. Goes cross body with it, and a good job by Zay Hall knocking that ball up in the air. Tip drill, that's what they call that.
Yep. And on the replay there, you kind of, the angle that you saw, Mayfield made the right read. He just didn't have enough velocity on it. I don't know if we'll see it in this. See, he's wide open, but it just didn't have the velocity. If he could have just, thrown a dart in there, that was definitely 6.
So after the interception, here comes Arroyo. He hands the ball off to Sims. Sims keeps his footing and falls forward for maybe another yard after initial contact. Just so tough to bring down is Nathan Sims. Oof. You got a running back who's listed as a running back / defensive end. He's going to be a chore to bring down, and that is apparent. 2nd and 6 here for Athens, and it doesn't look like they're in any kind of rush as we approach 1:15 left to play in the 1st half. Here is Arroyo. He's going to hand it off to Sims again, up the middle, lowers the shoulder. We do get a flag as he falls forward for the time being for a gain of about 4, and we will have a holding call that goes against the Hornets. So marching back 10 as we are under a minute to play here in the 1st half.
Holding on the Hornets. Replay second down.
So after the holding penalty, be 2nd and 16 here for the Hornets. As again, they are just letting this clock wind as it looks like they will be content to go to halftime up one score on the Mustangs. It's 14-7, takes a snap. Arroyo just hands it up to Sims. And Sims spinning and falling forward, gets 3 yards there on the carry.
I like the decision to just run this out. You're up a touchdown. Going at halftime, regroup, get some water, little hydration.
They don't have to run a play if they don't want to, as there's 23 seconds left on the play clock.
And I think that's exactly what we're going to see.
They don't want to risk a fumble or anything, and it looks like they are going to start heading towards the sideline.
And there was a loose mouthpiece.
And that will do it for the first half. Athens takes a 14-7 lead into the half against Waxahachie Life. The Mustangs did battle back there a little bit towards the end of the second half. You got to like what you've seen from offense at least. You just got to cut down on those turnovers.
Really do like what we saw. This is kind of the barn burner that we thought. It's contrasting styles, but I thought we would see a little more of the evidence on the ground for the Hornets with Arroyo, and he's had some reasonably good success in the air.
He can throw the ball. Absolutely.
Some touchdowns.
Absolutely.
I mean, he can go both ways on that, and that's exciting to see. And Coach Rich is very excited about that, and they're going to have some good stuff to take into the locker room. A 7-point lead is nothing to sneeze at.
Absolutely. I think we're in.
You might not want to sneeze right now because it's the COVID thing.
I think we're in store for a fantastic second half. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back with the second half of action between Athens and Waxahachie Life right here on the Champion Sports Network.
And welcome back. I told you we had a special treat this halftime.
Thank you.
And I'm going to have a couple interviews, but I'm here with the most man, the superintendent of Life School, Dr. Brent Wilson.
Thank you. And we're social distancing.
Yes,
just so everyone knows.
6 feet.
Yeah.
And no mask, but social distancing.
Yes.
And I'm sure we'll get into a little bit of that probably with the next interview with Scott Thrush.
Yeah.
But it's so good to have you. Thank you for taking the time.
My pleasure.
So quickly, I'm just going to let you talk and
Sure.
give us a 10,000-foot view of of Life School?
Sure. One thing that's unique about Life School, John, is that we're a privately run public school. That's what a charter school is.
Okay.
But Life School is actually one of the few charter schools that participate in UIL athletics. So we're really proud that we get to play and compete. Also have fine arts and academic experiences with other ISDs. So we're excited to be able to do that. One thing that people don't know is that Life School is one of the oldest charter schools in Texas.
Oh, wow.
We were established in 1998.
Oh, wow. 20, if my math's right, 22 years.
Yes.
That's a long time.
Yes, we're really proud of all the work that we've done here in the South Dallas and Ellis County area.
So I know that I had to brush up a little bit on my charter school education.
Yeah.
But tell us a little bit of the frequently asked questions or
Sure.
some misconceptions that are often there.
Yeah, especially in the UIL competition. A lot of times there may be the thought that charter schools can recruit athletes or kids because of great grades academically or a certain talent that they have. But actually, we follow a process by TEA that is very strict. We don't know anything about the student until they're admitted into our system.
Okay.
And then we learn, hey, they happen to be a great athlete, they're strong academically or whatever. Or if they're a special education student, we figure out ways to serve them best.
Wow. So if I kind of got read up right, you raise your own money, a lot of your own money, correct?
Yes.
So you have a foundation called the Life School Education Foundation, by
Yes.
what I understand. They're our title sponsor tonight.
Yes.
And tell us a little bit about how that works.
Well, one quick thing about charter schools I do want to share is that we are publicly funded by the state of Texas.
Okay.
But you know how it goes. You don't always get the funding that
Right.
you need to cover all the different programs that you offer. So
Okay.
one thing that we do with the Life School Education Foundation is we figure out ways to raise money for student programs, even for student scholarships. For our students that graduate, we help them get to college.
Wow.
So yeah, we're really excited about that. One thing that we actually have coming up in the next few weeks, September 21st, which is a Monday.
Yeah.
The Life School Education Foundation is hosting a golf tournament.
Wow.
And so we're super excited about
I'm
that.
familiar with that golf tournament.
You've been.
Hey,
You're wearing a shirt.
Hey.
Thanks for
I came
representing.
prepared.
I like it.
Absolutely.
I like it.
Let me tell you one thing about that. Just from a person that is just one of the herd that comes in and is a part. And I've been a part of many golf tournaments. Some great, some not so great.
Mm-hmm.
The guys that put on your tournament, let me tell you something. It's the best tournament in the nation.
you.
I've never experienced anything like that.
Thank you.
I would highly recommend anyone
Absolutely.
being a part of that.
Well, John gave the plug for me. John, thank you for that.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
No,
but it is.
no,
is
it's
truly
perfect. It's perfect. One thing that we really want to do is this. We want to create an experience for anyone that participates.
Right.
Whether you are a business sponsor, whether you are a participant in the golf scramble with your buddies.
Yep.
Yeah, out on the course, we want you to have a fun day. We want you to learn more about Life School, and we want you to help raise money for our students for, either teacher grants in the classroom or for student scholarships. So we're really proud of the work we do.
Oh yeah, and the things, the outcomes that are happening through
Yes.
the educational foundation, as well as what you guys
you.
do in the community. Everyone speaks so
Thank you.
highly in our community about Life School.
Well, that means more than you'll ever know. We're proud that we consistently graduate 100% of our seniors every year at both of our high school campuses, one in Oak Cliff and one here in Ellis County in Waxahachie.
Right. Yeah.
And, it's just fun to see students succeed and be prepared for life.
Yeah, it's awesome, man.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much for taking the time
John,
to be
thank you.
with us here at halftime. Go Mustangs.
Absolutely. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
All right, we'll be right back after
Thank you.
this commercial. I had to turn the mics on.
Check.
My man.
Check.
My man. One of the best athletic directors in the nation. I am so glad that our paths have crossed. You guys are doing a phenomenal and absolutely phenomenal job in athletics here in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. And it really, you initiated this process to bring Champion Sports Network in on this, and I couldn't be more pleased and happier to have this as our inaugural Friday Night Lights game. We do college sports mostly, but getting into the high school is so important. And I, doing the research, found out Life School is such a heavy part of the community, and you got great kids going here. Tell us, just give us a landscape kind of view of the athletic department. And this is Scott Thrush, athletic director for the Life School system. Tell us about athletics in Life School.
Hey, first of all, thank you, John, for being here and having me on.
Absolutely.
And the kind words, but I got to admit that I just surround myself with great people. I have a great team that then they make this thing go. But
I've seen them. I can vouch for that.
Yeah. So what a great night. This is so special. 3 weeks ago, we weren't even sure that we'd be here, we got some great guidelines in place, and we're here, and there's the band and the cheer and the drill, and
awesome.
There's nothing better than Friday Night Lights.
It's really not. Nothing better. So tell us a little bit about the core values. There's some serious core values that Life School represents. I don't think you get in the normal public school situation, and it's because you guys care. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, I'll tell you, our 4 core principles, we had a mission statement about 5 years ago, and it's funny you asked this because it came up, and I didn't even know what it was when somebody said it on the spot. So we came up with something a couple years ago, LIFE, L-I-F-E, and that's our 4 core principles, and L for leadership. We want to build leaders. I know Dr. Wilson just talked to you about our mission. That's what we do. We're doing the same thing with athletics. We want to build leaders inside our organization to make everybody better. The I's for integrity. We want to do everything right. We've spent a long time trying to do things right. As a charter school, you kind of got a target on your back, and you got to make sure you're following rules and going over the top, and we do that here. And we're big on integrity. I think F for family is one of the most important things right now. You see everything out there in the world and all the unrest and division and everything. So we're big on that right now in our locker room, keeping our kids together, our coaching staff, and everybody supporting each other, being loyal to each other, and really just fighting through this. And we'll be better on the other side.
Absolutely.
And the E's for excellence in everything we do. We encourage our coaches to be excellent in the classroom. We encourage our kids to be excellent in the classroom, and then we'll bring it over onto the field. So that's kind of our 4 core principles. And then if you ask me about our vision for our program, it's easy. We want a coach to change lives, and we're sincere in saying that. We pour into our kids, and we want to use athletics as a tool to build all the soft skills these kids need to be successful in life after life. So we feel like if we do that, winning will be a byproduct of that.
Right.
We're going to build character, discipline, how to win, how to lose, how to overcome adversity. We have 15 life leader attributes that we're pouring into these kids. Being resilient, self-aware, global perspective, all of those type things. And by doing that, we're using athletics to get these kids ready to be successful in life when they get out of here. And that's the most important thing to us.
Right.
We want to win, and we've been very successful, but we're just excited about it.
Well, I have met many of the athletes that have come out of this Life School system, and I can just tell you, you can tell there's a difference. There's a true difference in the character, and it speaks to the LIFE. You can see that, you can sense it. So you guys are doing a fantastic job.
Appreciate that.
Speaking of adversity, I think everybody wants to know, but 5A, 6A not playing right now. 4A is kind of the top of the heap, man, and I'm sure we're picking up just football lovers. Friday night football lovers, they're watching it. Such a great opportunity for us to be able to broadcast this. But it's still, the pandemic has hit us, and I'm sure there's been some challenges and some adversity. Talk a little bit about how you guys have overcome COVID and how you got to tonight, because you said 3 weeks ago, you weren't sure this was going to happen.
Well, I'll just say, first of all, UIL and their leadership, Dr. Susan Elsa, Dr. Breitup, and what they've done to help us get back on this field and all the safety protocols they put in place, their leadership has been phenomenal. We wouldn't be able to do it without them.
Wow.
I'll say our coaches, they do this every day. You know, they're going into halftime right now making adjustments. They figure out what's not working. They're making adjustments, and they're going to find a solution to the problem.
Right.
And that's what we did. You know, that's what we're doing. So we're really just rolling with the punches. Yes, COVID has had its impacts on us. It shut us down for a little bit. Obviously, we have a lot of guidelines that we have to follow at the games, but you know, it's 50% capacity. So, but we're here playing, and our coaches they're bought in, they're sold, they're resilient, and they're going to get us through this. And we'll be better. We'll all be better on the other side.
Absolutely. Speaking of those guidelines, you brought me up. You made sure that obviously we've got a safe. We've marked this
6
off, so
feet.
this is a safe area for us, and we've all screened, and we're not. But as you can see, everyone that comes in, this is the list of rules to get in.
Absolutely.
And you're operating at 50% capacity, and you got a great turnout. But everybody seems to really be cooperating and taking this seriously, so that you can keep doing this and make this a reality. And I think it's so important for the kids to be out here.
Absolutely.
And teaching the lesson of overcoming adversity.
Yes, absolutely.
Scott, thank you so much, man, for coming out.
Can I give a quick shout out to Coach
Please
Chester
do.
real quick? I was going to talk about the front, but anyways, just talking about our history. None of this would have been possible without Andy Chester. You know, he was our AD. He took over the Life Waxahachie program in 2006.
When did it start?
We started in 2006, 2008.
The athletic program started in
in Life
2006.
Waxahachie.
Okay.
It sure did.
And Dr. Wilson said Life School started in 98, I believe.
Absolutely.
So took 8 years to get into athletics, and that was UIL in 2006.
Yeah, I started back in Oak Cliff, so I'll give you a little backdrop if
Okay.
we got a few minutes.
Yep.
We started back in 98, Dr. Wilson with his vision to start a tuition-free school there in South Dallas for parents to have a choice. Athletics came shortly after that, early 2000s. We started at the 1A level. The Oak Cliff Lions, that's where I was for 16 years of my life. It's a great place, great coaches, great people. But we started at 1A level. They're all the way up to the 3A level now, Division I, playing with Grandview and Whitney and West. And
that's a strong conference.
it is, and they've had tremendous success there. You know, their basketball programs, volleyball programs, playoffs, and you know, great things going on there. The track team actually won the school's first team state championship 2 years ago, so that was special. Coach Marquis Stimson and crew, and the football program's coming along quite well as well. They set a school record last year with 8 wins. They went 8-2, went to the playoffs and played Van Alstyne and a good competitive game.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the Oak Cliff side of things. And as far as Waxahachie, it started in 2006 with Coach Chester coming in, and he took over as district athletic director in 2008. And he's just a great friend of mine, tremendous mentor.
You guys started playing football when?
2009. Yeah.
Wow.
And football program's been to the playoffs 5 out of 6 years.
11 years.
Yep.
Wow.
So boys basketball, Coach Bruman's down here cooking burgers. He's an amazing coach.
Man, and they've had a huge last couple years.
I'll tell you what, they've been to the regional tournament 6 out of 7.
Wow.
So you know, that just goes for he's just so consistent. He's a great coach. And in our track program, you know, we got third in girls at the state tournament 2 years ago. They had a tremendous group of seniors coming back this last year. Of course, COVID hit. But we love you ladies. If y'all are listening, it was such a special group. 4 or 5, 6 of them are off running at college now. Hopefully they're chimed in, but just a special group. They were so sad not to be able to compete because they were touted to go pretty far again. But yeah, it's a special place, special people, tremendous leadership. Our executive team, our board. You know, I've been here 18 years. I would never want to be anywhere else.
Wow. Man, that's a great testimony to the great things you guys have done, but how they keep great guys like you in the system. And we can see it. We can see it and feel it in the community. I am a resident of the nearby area, and I can tell you that we're proud of what you guys are doing with our young guys and
We
gals.
appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
We appreciate
Thank you
the
so
support.
much.
Thank
And it's been a pleasure getting to know you. I think this is kind of legal, the air fist bump.
Virtual fist bump.
Yeah, man.
Keep
I'll
us
be
safe.
glad we can when we can actually trade it.
Absolutely.
But thanks so much, Scott. Scott Thrush,
Thank you guys for tuning in.
athletic director for the Life School system. We'll be back with some game time action, a little bit of first half breakdown. It's not a dial anymore, so don't stay away from the click.
Go
don't
Mustangs.
click away and go Mustangs.
Thank you, John.
Welcome back to the Champion Sports Network. We are mere minutes away from the second half of action here, John, and we've so far seen a really good one, just a 14-7 ball game between the Athens Hornets and the Waxahachie Life Mustangs.
Don't let the score fool you, because there's been a lot of action happening in between the end zones. Some really good defensive hands on the ball, good reads being made. Some freshman mistakes on the offense, making that happen, but the defense has been playing really good as well. We've been talking a lot about the offense, but I think we'll probably in this half really hone in on some of our key defensive players, because they're making a big impact. As you can see, not a lot of scoring going on, but there are a lot of yards happening. I'd say in between the 25s, and it's been a real fun type of game to call and watch.
Athens will start with possession here in the second half, as they elected to kick to start the game. Again, if you're just joining us, the scoring breakdown to kick things off, Athens had a pick six off the hands of Mayfield as he threw a pick and they intercepted, took it back for a touchdown, laid 7-0, and then a beautiful dime from quarterback Tevin Arroyo to his man across the middle, made it 14-0. There you see the interception back for a touchdown by Gage Frederick, the freshman linebacker, jumping the route. And here you see the dime from Arroyo, finds his man across the middle, and Jared Duff for the touchdown. Put them up 14-0.
Man. I just got to tell you, that was sweet.
It put them up 14-0, but then Waxahachie Life was able to battle back. There you see Mayfield buying his time, rocket over the middle, finds his man Chris Gillespie Jr. for a touchdown, and that is where we stand now. Keep in mind, though, the Mustangs have turned the ball over 3 times and a fourth down, a turnover on down, so count it as 4.
One of them led to, it was a pick six, so you take that off the board, and it's just 7-7
game, absolutely.
So I think like you heard Coach Thrush talk about that at halftime, they're in making adjustments right now, and I think you don't come out of here, if you're a Mustangs fan, you still can have a lot of confidence in trying to get this win.
They've been knocking on the door, absolutely have. They have had their opportunities, and false start penalties, a couple of illegal procedure penalties, illegal formation penalties have killed them inside their opponent's territory. But we will see the defense try to step up here as we are underway. A pooch kick is fielded about the 32. Looking for room, but brought down ultimately just past the 35-yard line. Mark him down at the 37, and that is where the Hornets will take over to start this second half. That return brought to you by Caleb Bennett, the up man for the Hornets.
And number 6, Green. First down and 10 for the Hornets.
As we see Ty Arroyo come out for the Hornets to start this second half. We saw him very good in that first half, both through the air and with his legs. We didn't see him pass a ton last week, but he has shown his proficiency through the air. They put him in an empty backfield. He's back to pass. He fakes, goes up the middle. He's got room to run, lowers his shoulder, falls forward, and that's a very good carry there on first down of 8 yards. It'll set up a second and short here for the Hornets.
Well, Adam, you and I, we get to call a lot of college games.
We do.
We see a lot of college football, and most of it's a little bit on the smaller college side, but I could tell you Arroyo's got the game, and he's just going to get better. He's going to be a good college player.
And
his size may keep him out of the bigs. You never know. He's got a big heart. It's not that he can't do it, but I think he would really flourish around the D2 level and just make a big splash and a name for himself.
And I will tell you, he is faster than a lot of quarterbacks that we do see at that level.
Oh, yeah. No doubt.
Absolutely.
And he's a sophomore.
Quick hitter out to the outside into the flat, and it makes a man miss. Does his man on the outside. That was Zay Hall. He gets another good gainer there on first down, makes it 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 from the Mustang 39-yard line.
And if he can run an offense like this, you're absolutely right. He will have success at that second level. Out again, quick hitter. Finds his man. That is Duff. Duff weaves his way for a first down. And Athens is out to a quick start here in the second half. They are moving the ball.
With a quick pass to number 10. Duff brought down by number 4, Wyatt. First down.
Arroyo, he's going to remain with an empty backfield here. A little confusion here. There are 12 men on the field right now for Athens, but one is coming off. Checking in is Gage Frederick. Back to pass, Arroyo looking across the middle. Tipped, almost intercepted. Going up high was Seven Butler. Couldn't quite bring it down across the middle. You see Arroyo try to go across the middle. Had pressure right in his face. Just off the fingertips of Butler. He was looking for Caleb Bennett. And we do have a flag on the play, and Athens is already marching backwards. Looks like they're going to get them for a holding call. We'll get a good look at it here. Check out that offensive line and see where this hold may have come into play. And it's going to be on that right tackle. He immediately got beat off the ball and just had to kind of hold on for dear life. We'll be 1st and 20 after the holding call. Ball backed all the way up to 44-yard line. Arroyo empty backfield. That should be a false start as multiple people jumped on the offense, and it will be a false start. You see number 4 jump, the left tackle and left guard both kind of lean back on their heels. And it'll make it 1st and 25 as they are headed in the wrong direction are the Hornets. Checking into the game for the first time here in the second half will be Nathan Sims, the big power back that showed some tough running in the first half, right up the middle, bouncing off defenders. Arroyo keeps it himself. He's going to take off around the edge. He almost breaks it free, but an ankle tackle there saves a big run. Arroyo a little slow to get up, but looks like he's fine. Kind of a busted play there, but he takes it around the right side. And a good tackle, saving a big run by Sherwan Daniels. Make it second and still relatively long, probably about 2nd and 17. Make it 2nd and 19. Waiting for the play call is the offense. 2 backs in the backfield with Arroyo. And now we get a timeout by Athens.
Timeout.
Head coach Zach Harrell didn't like what he saw, maybe on the defensive side. As we give you a live look into our data center here on the Champion Sports Network. Total stats, and here in the second half, Athens on a pretty decent drive here, almost 3 minutes gone into the third quarter, and they've upped their numbers here a little bit. They are now over 100 yards of total offense. A couple of penalties have kind of bit them here to start or to kind of halt this drive that they were on, but they did find themselves cracking that 100-yard mark of offense. Still 3 turnovers to the 1 for Athens. And we are back out after the timeout, 2nd and 19. And another flag. It'll be another false start here for Athens. And they are moving in the wrong direction here, John.
They are. And it looks like, well, we really haven't had a chance to see the Mustangs on offense yet.
It's been a long drive, but a lot of penalties.
It has. But this was plaguing the Mustangs in the first half. A lot of penalties.
Yep.
And we don't have a stat line for that, but you can just see it now. It's plaguing the Hornets.
Short completion. Arroyo finds Duff. Duff cups it up the middle. And he gets a pretty good gain there on second down, but another flag, and that is going to kill the Mustangs. A roughing the passer penalty.
As you watch this over the middle, Jalen Mann really saves another 10 yards. That was going to be a cut up right down the middle, and he was going to get at least 10 more yards on that. Jalen Mann coming in from the outside, showing his speed and why he is such a high prospect in high school football right now.
Regardless, though, it is an automatic first down. It is a roughing the passer against the Mustangs. So now 1st and 10 inside the 30 here for the Hornets. As Arroyo took the shot after he released the ball. Here's Arroyo, hands it off to Sims. Sims tries to bounce off a tackle, but that's a good job to bring the big man down. That's a defensive back coming up to make the stop. And Sherwan Daniels.
And watch the help here.
Or rather,
there's some help.
Butler.
Comes in and goes low to make sure those legs are tied up. You don't want to hit that big man up too high, man, or you're going to bounce off.
Got to cut the legs out from underneath them.
Yeah, that was great discipline.
Here's Arroyo. He's back to pass, trying to go across middle. Floats it into the end zone. Picked off. What an interception. Off the hands of his receiver. Gillespie brings it in, and a huge turnover there for the Mustangs, and they've got life. John, that's an incredible play off the hands of the receiver, and the concentration.
The bleachers are rattling. Let's see if he makes it. They don't have the benefit of a slow motion replay in the stadium. He does. He gets his foot down.
2 feet down.
He did.
That's an interception in the NFL, John.
There could have been a little argument, was he bobbling, but not on the last step. He secured it.
It went off the face, almost the head of Duff.
Boom. Yeah, I say 2 feet. Yeah, that was
Gillespie Jr.
Amazing. Great interception.
So a huge turnover there by Life.
And really a good pass by Arroyo.
Mayfield swings it out to the flat, and a good tackle in the open field. Wow. Drew Horn makes a really good tackle on a tough guy to bring down in Elijah Berry.
Short pickup brought down by number 19, Horn.
Just kind of met him right there at the line of scrimmage and didn't give an inch, and actually brought him down for a loss. 2nd and 11. 3 out wide to the right for Mayfield. Mayfield takes the snap, gets it out to the flat, and a huge hit. There is a flag in. Pass completed. The Deterian McCoy brought down by Caleb Bennett. We'll see what the flag is.
Brought down quickly by number 12, Bennett. There is a flag on the play.
It looks like it will go against the Mustangs. Holding against Waxahachie Life. It looks like it went against that interior lineman, Andrew Woodward. But it will be 3rd and 16, so 3rd and very long here for the Mustangs. There's going to be 3 bunched out wide to the right of Mayfield. Man in the backfield. Mayfield takes the snap. He's just going to dump it out. Look to dump it out to Man. And it was a forward pass, so it'll be incomplete. They look like they just wanted to get the ball into the hands of their playmaker.
Yeah, and Man was not expecting it. He thought he was out there as a decoy.
Fortunately,
he's just trotting out there. Then he turns around and says, it's here.
And fortunately, it was a forward pass, because that could have
been
very bad. If it was
maybe less than a yard of difference there, and that could have been picked up and run back in.
So on to punt is Mayfield. Rolls out, rugby-style kick. It's a low line drive, bounces 45, and that's going to take a very good Mustangs roll as it keeps on rolling. I don't know why they're blowing a whistle. Oh, a flag comes in. I'm not sure what the flag is on. Athens is celebrating.
Is happy.
Roll to a stop. Stop dead by number 8. Fuller, we do have multiple flags on the field.
So we'll see the call here.
Not sure if the multiples are all for the same infraction, or we have multiple infractions.
Illegal block in the back by the returning team, which, if it stands, will go 10 yards past the illegal block in the back on the punting team, rather. That's the Mustangs. I think I just saw the words personal foul leave the lips of our head official.
Yeah. There's a nice little convention going on down there.
So we'll get a look at it here. I didn't.
Okay, that's
There's
clean.
No
that's
roughing
clean.
the kicker, not roughing the
Look
punter this time.
backfield. You got to look backfield where the laundry is. Yeah, that angle missed it.
It looks like the official picked up the flag and waved it off.
Okay, yeah.
Not
I
really.
don't see any real contact,
So they're going to put the ball at the 36-yard line.
which is where it rolled to.
Illegal block in the back on the
You'll see this. Let's see
return team.
where it lands. Well, I mean where it actually ends up. You're on the 40.
It kept rolling.
Yeah, it's a good roll.
They are marching it back. So it's going to
And
go
36.
Yep, it's going to go 10 yards from the 36-yard line. So a good punt by Mayfield. And now they're marching
Wait,
it back
that was
up.
from the 25.
We had multiple flags.
Again, they don't have.
Here's what happened. So it was
Oh, okay.
there was a illegal block in the back on Athens, so it marched it back to the 26.
Didn't
then
see
there
it.
was a personal foul against the Mustangs, which marched the ball up to the 41, making it 15 yards, making up that 5-yard difference. They just had to, John. They just had to do the math.
Gotcha.
That's all they had to do.
They
Had to march it off.
They had to do the math with their feet. When I was young, we used to do it with our fingers. Now we're doing math with our feet.
We get another flag here to start this Athens drive. Looks like a false start. Takes them back 5. So we got that mess sorted out. It was a illegal block in the back for 10 yards and then a personal foul for 15. Makes the difference of 5. And that's why we had the ball in the 41. Makes sense. Now it makes sense.
I got it.
Hand the ball off to Sims. He's going to bounce it out to the outside.
Sims.
He's got room to run. He's got
Sims.
down the sideline, past the 40, 30, 20, 15, 10, brought down from behind, saving a touchdown was Daniels, but Sims, a big man, showing some speed, rolling down the sidelines, and he brings it down inside the 5 at the 3-yard line. A huge run there by Sims. He was hoofing it, John.
They're back at bad snap, but they're going to give it back to the big boy.
Why not? He's rolling over everybody. Sims goes for a gain of maybe half a yard, maybe none.
Number 37, Sims on the carry. Brought down.
So it'll be 2nd and goal here.
Arnold.
And you said high snap, kind of threw everything off there. But Sims so hard to bring down.
That save that for the replay. That may make the Friday Night Lights local news coverage here at DFW. That was a great run. And I also want to point out something on the defense when we get a chance to see it.
Hand it off to Sims. Sims up the middle. Easy touchdown for the Hornets.
37, Sims on the carry.
And here, number 37, Nathan Sims, the big 219-pound running back, carried the offense on that drive. 2 plays for a touchdown.
I wouldn't want to tackle him.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm up here in the stands.
He's next level ready.
Coming up for the extra point is Martinez. Snap is down, and it is up, and it is good, and that will extend the lead to 14 for Athens, 21-7. About halfway through the 3rd quarter here.
And our illustrious intern crew keep his stats for us. We had a little powwow at halftime, and Michael Bledsoe, one of the famous college running backs around here, he chimed in. He pointed out Sims was probably going to come in and have a big half.
I think his exact words were, Sims is going to get rolling.
Yeah, he did.
He was rolling.
He did. Man, let me tell you something. Sims had it took a little more nitrous oxide than most, but he had a booster level.
He did.
He had a booster level, and it was coming down the sideline. You saw him. He hit the overdrive gear, and the cornerbacks had to really come back. But number 23 was thinking 2, 3, or 4 times about hitting him. and if we can see that replay, you will see it.
Sharwan Daniels, he saved a touchdown for a play.
He did it. Hey, hats off to him. He got in there and mixed it up with the big boy, but
it was a good
he was thinking about it.
Yeah,
I could see it. He was thinking about it.
To kick now are the Hornets, and Arroyo, again, does the kicking duties. Has a couple of touchbacks today. Has done a good job on kickoffs. And he will try to boom it in the end, out of the end zone, but it's brought in. The knee was down, and that is unfortunate. McCoy.
He tried to get up quickly.
He brought it in, but his knee was down when he caught it. And that is a tough break for the Mustangs. You're going to get a good look at it here, but we could tell the knee was down. Yep,
12,
knee was down. So
McCoy.
Life will take over inside their own 10-yard line, and that's never where you want to start a drive, John.
Brownwood, I just saw the score pop up on Brownwood and Greenwood playing. Brownwood's up. That is who Athens beat last week.
Yep.
And they're up big on Greenwood.
Scored 52 points last week.
Oh, man.
42 points last week again.
6 touchdowns.
6 touchdowns, 5 on the ground, 1 through the air.
Wow.
Tonight they're showing a little bit more balance on the offensive side.
It's a good team. It's a really, really good team.
Well-rounded team.
Yep, Coach Rich has got him going.
They swing it out.
Good block.
Back upfield, breaking a tackle, and he runs a lot for about a 5-yard gain. They may call it 4, bring up 2nd and 6.
That's Gillespie. He's done some really good, nice things in this game on both sides of the ball.
Has the lone touchdown for the Mustangs, the reception from Mayfield in the second quarter.
And interception.
An interception, yep. The very nice interception off the hands of the receiver. Here's Mayfield on 2nd and 5. Hands it up, and there's nothing going there for Elijah Berry. And a little bit of extracurriculars here after the play.
Yeah, you can see.
By number 30, play, and number 54, Marcus.
Going to bring up 3rd and 6. Crucial 3rd down here for the Mustangs. You do not want to go 3 and out after giving up a score. Hands it off, almost loses it, but up the middle is Barry. Lowers the shoulder, and he's brought down, but that will be a 1st down to the 25.
Mayfield needed that. He needed that to get going. But watch this. He loses it. It's actually that he would have gotten outside on that, I believe, if he didn't bobble the ball. That would have been explosive.
Well,
maybe.
Here's Mayfield back to pass. Clean pocket. He tucks it, runs out to his left. He's still looking to throw it, but he looks like he's going to take off and run. Spin move. No good. Takes a big hit.
Wow.
Manuel Blancas has hit Mayfield twice this game really hard. Once there and once earlier on the roughing the punter penalty.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's what Wilfork looked like in high school. Here he comes.
He just cuts back, and there's Blancas just,
Boom.
lining up. Had him in his sights, and
Mayfield just gets up like he tripped.
he's back out in a 5 wide. He swings it out to Barry. Barry drops it.
Nope.
Incomplete pass. Kind of a late whistle there. It looked like maybe they were going to let that one fly, but incomplete pass brings up another 3rd down here, 3rd and 12. That's clearly a forward pass.
Chance, when you look for a set of keys, we're looking for a set of Chevrolet keys.
He was looking forward.
Another 3rd down here.
Did you lose your keys, Adam?
I did not. I'm good. I don't drive a Chevy. So here is Mayfield, 4 wide, man in the backfield with him. He's back to pass, 3rd and long. Looking across the middle,
that
through
was
the
nice.
hands of Gillespie Jr. He had a little bit of room to run, too, if he could bring that one in.
Yep.
Just a little too high.
Well, Gillespie knew. He pointed at himself immediately
Incomplete.
and
Tough
knew
play.
he should have had that. It was a little high, but good receivers, and he's a good receiver, usually find a way to come down. That was a nice little dart. I'd tell you, if he'd have thrown that dart on the interception he threw in the end zone, if it had been more like that, that would have been a touchdown.
On to punt is Mayfield. He's going to roll out. He holds on to it forever. And low line drive. It's going to bounce and go out of bounds at their own 49-yard line. And that is going to be good field position here for Athens.
I kind of like that style. You put him back there. He's fairly quick, and you know he's not scared to run into a crowd. Just not enough. There was too much yardage that he had to overcome there. But if that had been a little closer, he might have turned downfield, try to get the first down on that.
There we see my thoughts from Chadrick Hill. I believe he's talking about that hit on Mayfield. Just cram.
That was.
That's a good analysis. Apt analysis.
Looks like we're getting some in the chat room some chatter from some experts.
Arroyo keeps it on first down. Looks like he may try to pass it. He cuts it back up inside. He's going to get brought down by a host of Mustangs. So that's a good play there on first down. It's going to be a loss of, call it 3 yards.
Brought down by number 1, Butler.
And we see kind of an odd exchange. Arroyo got hit in the face mask, tried to fix it mid-play. But it's going to be 2nd and 13 here for the Hornets.
Second down.
2nd and long for Athens as they look to get their play. And Arroyo not in the backfield here for
This is
Athens. Instead, we see
Athens seems like they may be confused as well.
Daniel Stanley
As
checked
I-
into the game for a second. I think that Arroyo was shaken up on that last play.
They were asking the question, hey, where's number 2?
I think he got shaken up
Okay.
on that last play. I think that's why it took a minute to get the ball set. So we'll
Coach
see.
is going to say, hey, look, guys, the show goes on. Yeah, we got to call a play, and we got to go.
Well, he is eligible to check back into the game here after the timeout if he chooses to do so, or if he is allowed. So we'll see what they come out here with 2nd and 13 after this timeout. But this could be a break for Waxahachie
It'll
Life.
be a huge break.
He's done a good job today, both on the ground and through the air. Has Ty Arroyo. There you see the statistics for the offensive players of the Mustangs. Mayfield, a 14 to 28, 50% completion percentage, 179 yards. 1 touchdown, 2 picks. Of course, that one of those interceptions, his first going for a touchdown. Elijah Berry averaging almost 5 yards a carry, 10 rushes, 48 yards, no touchdowns. And there you see Gillespie Jr., 20 yards on 2 catches, 1 touchdown, and an even 10 yards per reception.
Decatur was up big time, 40-0. They got a good club going this year.
Brownwood, the 21-2, the rare 2 score. For
Midlow Heritage just down the street in Ellis County where we are right now. They are up. Look like they're trying to grab a win.
2nd and 13 as Arroyo checks back into the game. Looks like he's okay, fortunately for the Hornets. Back to pass goes, try to go across the middle. Incomplete, was a little bit behind his man, Dre Thompson. So it's going to be 3rd and long here, and Life looks like they may have them where they want them at this point. They have converted a couple of long 3rd downs previously in this game. We'll see here. They get to the ball quick. Arroyo with 4 out wide, 2 on either side. Takes a high snap. He tucks it and runs himself. Delayed draw, and he runs over a man for the first down. Huge play there by Ty Arroyo on the delayed designed quarterback keeper.
Arroyo's fast, man.
He's so fast, and he's so quick at getting going. The acceleration by Arroyo. Bounces off a tackle, enough strength to fall forward for the first down. And Arroyo, just a sophomore, he has got a bright career in front of him. If he's playing at this level
Yeah.
as a sophomore, he's going to be
gonna be
incredible.
scary.
Incredible
Going
for the
to be
next 3
scary.
years. First down, here's Arroyo, back to pass, gets it to the flat. Oh, almost, it is broken up, but a good job there by
Quick,
DeQuire
yeah.
to break on that.
I don't know. That really wasn't a read as much as it was incredibly
coverage, yep.
quick reaction.
Good coverage as well. He was right in his back pocket. So 2nd and 10 here for Athens. They have the ball in Mustang territory. Ball at the 36-yard line. Four wide here for Arroyo and the Hornets. Arroyo back to pass. It's a screen. He completes it to Duff. Duff is shown to be really good after the
He's
catch,
open.
and here is why. Could he get to the end zone? He fumbles it. It goes out of bounds. That should be a touchback. I don't think he was across the plane.
Yeah, they're going to call him down, but I don't think that's
He
the
was
case.
not down. He tried to reach the ball out
Didn't see
across
it.
the plane.
Yeah, he lost it.
Oh, he lost it, and it goes out of bounds. That should be a touchback, but instead it's going to be the ball on the 2-yard line. That is a tough break for the Mustangs. And they fumble it. Can it be recovered by Waxahachie? It is recovered by Waxahachie. And a whistle blows it dead. That was another fumble by the Hornets, and clearly recovered by Waxahachie Life.
Yeah, he didn't have the ball. Not sure.
Substitution infraction on the Mustangs.
Oh, wow.
Substitution infraction on the Mustangs, and not a penalty, but they'll replay the down. So the ball is on the half-inch line inside the 5. So here's 1st and goal. Arroyo hands it off, and he is going to get in for the touchdown. John, that is a tough break for the Mustangs, because that
just leaves everyone, and fortunately there is no, you go to some of the bigger high schools in Texas, and they have the replays well, actually I don't know if they're allowed to run the replays in high school, but you'll see it on the Jumbotron a little bit closer, but we can clearly see it on replay here. And
we got a botched extra point attempt here. He's going to go back to throw it. It's broken up, incomplete, so they will not get the point after. So it will remain 27-7, a 20-point lead for Athens. But you're right, John.
And so the referees, they don't have the luxury of being able to break this back down. It happens really quick, and that was close. That was, and I don't know if we can rerun that
the long run,
the fumble that was not a fumble, but you can clearly see Athens got a huge break there.
Big break.
That should have been Mustangs' ball on the 20. It's kind of good you don't have that, because the crowd would be.
They would not be happy with that.
Yeah, there's a quell over the crowd right now. They're quiet. They didn't like it, but there would be more of an outrage.
They can't see our TV.
Yeah, well, yeah. There's a few. We're I don't know if you can imagine. I'll set the picture for you, but we're in the back part of the crowd, and we're outside in the stands. And usually we would be in the press box, but COVID-19 says, no, we're not going to let you do that. So we're out here with the crowd, which I kind of like.
I like feeling the energy.
I do.
I like it. I'm with you there. 27-7 ball game here as Athens leads Life. 2 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. The kick is off, and he lets it bounce. That is dangerous. He picks it up inside his own 10. Now he's dancing around trying to find something going. Here's McCoy. He does have a little room here. McCoy past the 20, down past 30. Can he catch a block? Outrun one man. He gets knocked out of bounds. Wow, what a play there by McCoy as he picks it up and dances his way to good field position here for the Mustangs.
Number 12 on the return.
That is so scary on a kickoff, but it works out that time.
Really does.
That's what speed gets
It's
you.
speed. That is exactly what I was about to say, Adam. That's
42
when you're
yards.
faster than everyone else on the field. You can absorb the mistake and then just outrun everyone.
And that's what we saw there. So good field position here past the 40 at the 43 here for the Mustangs. Mayfield, 4 out wide, 2 on either side. He's back to pass. Dumps it out to the flat. Here's Barry. Barry gets around one man past the 50. He's got room to run. Barry comes down the field past the 30. Down at the 30 or the 26-yard line. But there is a flag on the play back at the 50-yard line. We're going to get a good look at it here because it happened at the play. So here he misses a man, and they're going to call it a block in the back. So a 10-yard penalty wipes off a huge catch and run by Elijah Berry.
Did you see the block in the back?
I did. It looked a little iffy. We'll get a good look at it here as it happens right around here at the 50.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, and he extended the arms, and that's going to get you every time.
I don't know. I didn't see the extension.
It wasn't a full extension, but he pushed him. He pushed him. He did. That'll get you every time. So 1st and 13, pass across the middle, broken up. He was looking for Jalen Mann, and it was broken up by Gage Frederick.
Broken up by number 7 man, broken up by number 7 Friedrich.
So it's going to be 2nd and 13 here now for the Mustangs. Back to pass is Mayfield. Clean pocket, gets it off to Mann. Mann cannot complete or bring in the reception. And he looked to try to make a move after the catch there, and I think just started running before he had possession. It was there.
In the breadbasket. Just couldn't hang on to it.
3rd and long now for the Mustangs. Mayfield back to pass. Goes across the middle, floats it up there, and it's broken up by McCoy. And that was very close to being intercepted by Trey Manning. Kind of
great over-the-top defense. Being patient, waiting in, just batting it down. Good discipline.
Mayfield on to punt here for the 3rd straight drive here in the 3rd quarter. The Mustangs offense cannot get anything going right now. And the Athens defense stepping up, and they're up to the task. Here's Mayfield, a high kick. It's going to hang up there and land and bounce straight up and down finally, or not down finally, but down at the 34-yard line. Not a terrible punt by Mayfield.
Gonzalez. 1st and 10, Hornets. Their 34-yard line.
So a minute 12 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. And Athens, who scored on 2 straight drives here, is setting up to try to make it 3.
Mayfield 14 for 31. Arms got to get a little tired.
Airing it out is the young freshman. Here is Arroyo, kind of a heavy backfield here. He's going to hand it off to Sims. Sims bouncing it up the middle. Can he outrun everyone? He runs over Jalen Mann. Can he keep his feet? Wow, what a run by Sims into the end zone for a touchdown. No flags on the field. Nathan Sims running through everyone for the touchdown.
We're going to get a little extracurricular flag, but that will not take it back, that's for sure. It's going to be after the touchdown. And Sims, man, we have to give it to, again, I got to tell you, Michael Bledsoe called it.
That puts him well over 100 yards rushing. It will be an unsportsmanlike conduct or a personal foul that goes against Athens.
Look at this.
That's Jalen Mann, too. The Division I prospect could not bring him down from behind.
Oh, you know, it looks like there might be a little more to the story than we thought that we've heard, but that's some Division I running from
Absolutely.
Sims right there. And I think there's going to be a lot of colleges excited.
I'll tell you, he's not just big. He's
No.
fast. He
He is.
fast for a big man.
He's got a couple extra gears that you usually don't see in the big runners.
There you go, just right up the middle, easy dive play. And there he is. Jalen Mann had a good shot at him,
Man,
but wow,
what a handful.
keeping the legs going and just trucking and churning his way in for the touchdown. Wow, what a run by Sims. That puts him at 164 yards on the day.
I'm telling you,
12
both,
and a half a carry.
he's got 2 runs that should make highlight of the weekend.
Beautiful.
On some of these Friday night light highlights.
So that extends the lead to 34-7 for Athens. And the Mustangs have got to figure something out here on offense. They really haven't been able to move the ball here in the second half so far.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're enjoying this broadcast, we highly encourage you to click on the subscribe button. We hope to bring you much more of the Friday night lights throughout this fall season here on the Champion Sports Network. Let us know. Who should we be covering? Who's your favorite team? Chat at us. Hit us on Twitter. Let us know.
So after the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, the ball will be backed up to the 25-yard line, which is where Athens will kick off. Cesar Martinez to do the kicking for the Hornets. Maybe expect to see a pooch kick here, maybe try to just limit the damage that is done. And he tries to boom it deep. It'll bounce at about the 32. It is brought in by McCoy. McCoy looking for some room. He's dangerous in the kick return game. And he's just going to duck out of bounds past the 40. Some chirping being done on the sidelines, but no flags thrown.
Well, McCoy on the return, ran out of bounds by number 14, Clemens.
That is where the Mustangs will take over.
Mustangs.
Coach Rich just gotta be loving. Looking forward to finishing this season with 2 explosive runners. Coach Harrell, I'm sorry.
It'll be 1st and 10 here, but you're right. Both Arroyo and
I mean,
Sims.
this has got to be absolutely losing your mind over the joy and excitement.
Another false start here for the Mustangs will back them up to 1st and 15 to start this drive. And for a team that desperately needs a score here, that is not the direction you want to be going.
Still first down.
27-point lead here for the Hornets. 1st and 15 as Mayfield comes out in an empty backfield, empty set. Back to pass. Quick hitter across the middle behind his intended receiver, Elijah Berry.
Number 5, Barry is incomplete. 2nd down.
Bring up 2nd and 15 for this Mustangs offense. Empty set again here for Mayfield. Back to pass, has a clean pocket, tries to go across the middle. High throw. That one again intended for Berry. Could not bring it in, and it will be 3rd and long. And they continue to try to work that middle of the field, but it looks like Athens did a really good job at halftime in adjusting to that middle of the field coverage. They're not really letting anything easy. The space is still there, but the space is being filled. If it is a catch,
Quickly.
it's a quick tackle.
Yep.
Empty set again here for Mayfield. 3 out wide to his right, 2 to his left. 3rd and 15, he's back to pass. 4-man rush, steps up. He's going to try to go deep with it. Looking for his man on the sideline. Cannot bring it in. Tried
Had
to make
a chance.
falling away catch was Darius Fuller. And he could not bring it in. It will be 4th down here for the Mustangs, and they will come out to punt the ball away.
That was actually a really good throw.
15.
It's going to be a tough catch. He had a chance at it.
30 seconds left here in the third quarter. Big lead here for Athens.
Number 4, Hall back deep for the Hornets. Number 18, Mayfield, punting formation.
Mayfield back to punt. A pretty good end-over-end punt. Bounces at the 30, and it's going to keep rolling, and that is a good punt by Mayfield. Roll all the way down to the 15-yard line.
Number 18, Mayfield's punt, rolled to the stop at the 15-yard line.
So good field position here. If you are the Mustangs defense, you have Athens backed up, but Athens on offense is rolling right now on the back of Nathan Sims, who is just bruising his way through the defense. So we'll see if they continue to try to feed him the ball, ride the hot hand.
Yeah, it was interesting, the contrast between the first half and the second half.
Oh, yeah.
The distribution, Arroyo ran a lot, and they didn't give Sims the opportunity, but Sims is proving, Coach, give me the opportunity. Let me at it, and he can deliver.
Ball start here on the Hornets, as it looks like they're giving Sims a breather. Could use it after over 160 yards of offense for Nathan Sims, and in the backfield right now for the Hornets will be junior Ja'Cory Roberts.
Wow.
And that's
another huge run.
We see why he is slated in the backfield. Just a great run there by Roberts. Enough for a first down and then some. They are marching it back. There is a flag on the field, so we could see it coming back.
Great run.
Holding on the offense, so bring it back. I believe half the distance to the goal. Oh, no, they will bring it back 10, all the way 10 down to the 5-yard line. So make it first and 25 rather. That was actually really good cutback by Roberts. Cut it to the outside.
It really was.
It's a really good move there. That'll do it for the third quarter as the teams prepare to switch sides, with Athens holding on to a big lead here against the Mustangs, 34-7.
Talk to me a little bit about high school football. You see a lot of two-way players.
Yep.
When it comes into the second half, maybe the fourth quarter, is there going to be a physical drop-off? Because if you're playing almost every play of the game, it just doesn't seem like you're going to be as juiced in the second half to be able to make those plays that you're going to need to make, specifically speaking to the Mustangs offense. Now they just seem a little more tired than the Athens.
Well, what I can tell you is, as the highest level of competitive football that I ever played was high school football. That was it for me. And a team like Athens is built to succeed in these kind of situations.
Mm-hmm.
They got a big running back. They got two big running backs. So Roberts is really big. The backup is really big. They got two big running backs who just kind of like a boxer, just 1-2 punches to the gut, to the solar plexus. You're taking the wind out of the defense.
Yeah, right.
They are built to succeed against a team with a lot of two-way players.
Yeah. And
then they can just beat you up on offense, and then their defense has been stout this half, and they've just been really good. So
they made great corrections and adjustments at halftime, and defense has just been stellar.
Absolutely, and good. I mean, it's a good point by you. A lot of two-way players, they are tired, but this Athens team is built, like I said, built to succeed against a team that gets more tired as the game goes along, the way their offense is run. So they are backed up. The Hornets are backed up to their 5-yard line. First and 25. Royal will hand it off to Roberts. He doesn't get a ton. They're going to call it maybe half a yard, if a gain at all. They're going to call it a gain of 1.
Number 8, Roberts on the carry.
Ja'Cory Roberts, there's no easy task. He comes in at 213. So they go from a 219-pound running back to a 213-pound running back.
Lindale making a game of it over in Midlothian against Midlothian Heritage.
2nd and 24 here for the Hornets offense. Arroyo is going to take it and hand it off to Roberts. Roberts up the middle trying to carry some defenders with him. And he picks up a good chunk there. We'll make it 3rd and 11. Almost gets back to that original line of scrimmage. Like I said, those running backs, you get the 220-pound running back out of the game. But now here comes a 215-pound running back right after him. They just can't catch a break on defense. They are just facing some absolute bruisers. And then guess what, John? If they don't hand it off to the bruisers, their quarterback's going to run right by you. They just cannot catch a break. Arroyo back to pass, looking deep down the middle, brings it in. What a catch! High points the ball and brings it in. Was Dre Thompson, and an absolute dime by Ty Arroyo down the middle of the field. Look at this catch, John. Has time in the pocket, clean pocket.
Wow, that's a great catch.
No gloves either. I like that.
Yeah.
No gloves by the receiver.
Real hands.
All hands on that one. What a catch by Thompson. Wow, and that's going to convert a first down, moving the chains in the offense that was backed up to their own 5-yard line in 3 plays, cover 41 yards, or 36 yards rather. Here's Arroyo. He's going to hand it off to Roberts. Roberts jumps, keeps his feet, falls forward for 8 yards. And another good carry. They're going to call it 9 yards. Another good carry by these Hornet running backs. And this has just become a time of possession battle right now, and the Hornets are winning that battle with their ground and pound offense. And a testament really also, we talked about these running backs. This offensive line has blown open some holes for these running backs. Their running backs have been great.
Yes.
But this O-line has been working hard all day long.
Yeah, it's a great point.
2nd and short, 2nd and 1. They bring pressure off the edge, but here is Sims. Sims cuts it back. Oh, he's so tough to bring down. Flag on the play. He's throwing stiff arms. He's carrying defenders down to the 20. Wow, what a run. It all could be all for naught, though, as there is a flag on the play. Look at this cut. Just cut past all of the defenders. There wasn't a hole there for him to run through. And just a one cut, and he goes back and up the middle of the field. That's a really good run. And unfortunately for Sims,
That's literally what that looked like, was a seasoned college running back running over high school players.
Sims, who's gunning for 200 yards rushing,
It's kind of like
gets it brought back.
If LeBron James, how he would have looked, just a man amongst boys. Just so different. Just so, it's to your eye, it's just different.
They are going to bring it back and make it 2nd and 11. Checking into the game now for the Hornets is Tavion Brown. Brown is going to lower the shoulder and move the pile for 4 yards, 3 maybe 4 yards.
Number 23, White on the carry, brought down by.
Or rather, I'm sorry, Hunter White on the carry.
3rd down.
The freshman running back.
Also brought down by number 58, Johnson.
Wow, they've really made running game very interesting. Athens has.
They have 3 power backs that they've used, and get this, so Hunter White is a freshman listed as a running back / defensive tackle. So they are committed to the power running game.
And you can see why.
It works. It works. They get behind those
in the pudding.
They get behind those big guys up front, and they just lower the shoulder, move the pile, and not only are these backs that they have, are they big bruisers? They have great feet.
They do.
For power backs.
Yeah.
We've seen them make
the last one, it got called back, but the last one, from Sims.
One cut, gone.
His lateral little switch move there, unbelievable for a big guy like that.
One cut and he's gone. Great feat for these big men. It's really fun to watch. I'm a big fan of the power running game, and this has been a treat to watch this Athens offense.
Oh, yeah.
There is a timeout by the Hornets as they get set for a 3rd and 8 here. They would like to convert and keep this clock moving. 8 minutes left to play here in the 4th quarter. There you see Nathan Sims, 14 carries for 164 yards, just under 12 yards a carry, and 2 touchdowns. And then Jared Duff, 5 receptions for 81 yards and a touchdown, just a little over 16 yards a catch. And Arroyo, good completion percentage. He's got over 50 yards rushing. Another solid performance turned in by their quarterback. And he swings it out wide, and he's running upfield, makes a man miss, and he could be gone. Can he beat the last man? Cutting it across field. He will be brought down at the 15-yard line. And there is a flag on the field, far side. This one could be coming back, John. We'll get a good look at it here.
Oh, boy.
Arroyo's pass complete for a long gain, number 9, Thompson.
Holding on the Hornets. So it will be coming back. And if it is at the spot of the flag for the foul, we'll get a good look at it here. It'll be on one of these receivers that were out blocking. Ooh, I don't...
Right there, 14. That's the closest thing I saw. I don't know that I would have thrown any laundry on it.
The
but
block on the one before that was a clean block, and he took him to the ground. And that's the only reason I think that could be viewed as a holding call. But it's hard to see. I don't know if the official set a number. So you'll see a block here. The guy on the outside, or 18,
78 was clean.
Or 78 pancaked his man.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's who they called the foul
I would
on.
hope not.
That brings up 3rd, and they're going to call it 6 here for the Hornets. More time ticking away off this clock. 7:49 left to go. And Arroyo takes his time. And the clock is running, so it's under 7:40 to go. 3rd and 6 here for the Hornets. They're going to hand it off to the big man, and he's going to rumble and tumble for a ton of yardage. What a carry by the 3rd running back that we've seen here for the Hornets, Hunter White. Wow.
The bus.
Look at this.
He was just waiting for his opportunity.
Absolutely.
And he did well with it.
Found a ton of yardage there and converts for a 1st down. So
you know, you mentioned it a while ago, but this offensive line is just, you know, they're exploiting the front line of Life School. I just think there's some winded players there. It's just a different feel from the first half to the second half. This offensive line is doing such a great job.
Going to hand it off to White. White cuts it back to the left. Cuts it back inside. What a run here by Hunter White. Lowers his shoulder, brought down at the 10-yard line. Nathan Sims may get the game ball for this game because of the stat book or the scoreboard, but he may want to cut that ball up into 5 pieces and divvy it out to his linemen because they have been blowing open holes all game long, not just for him, but even here in the 4th quarter for the 2nd and 3rd running backs that we've seen.
Yep.
It just has been so successful. That offensive line has been absolutely dominant today for Athens. 1st and goal here, under 6.5 left to play. Arroyo takes the snap, hands it off. Here's White. White trying to score, lowers his shoulder, gets inside right at the 5-yard line. And it'll be 2nd and goal from the 5.
Okay, number 23 White on the run, brought down by 22 Whitman, number 23 Daniels. 2nd and goal.
And White is going to check out of the game, and Roberts will check back in. Gets a warm greeting from Nathan Sims, a pat on the back. I think he likes the way he's running. He approves of the young freshman's running style.
As all the Athens fans are saying, yeah.
2nd and goal from the 5. Arroyo with Roberts to his left. Takes the snap, hands it off. Roberts looking for some room, lowers his shoulder, falls backwards into the end zone for a touchdown. And Athens blows it open
Touchdown Hornets.
as they will go up big here, 40-7, barring the extra point with under 5.5 left to play.
Just freight train after freight train.
There's no secret to that. He is lowering the shoulder. He's running straight. Extra point on the way. High snap, hold is down, kick is up, and it is good. Athens will go up 41-7.
Is good.
34-point lead here for the Hornets.
Athens Hornets 41, Live Mustang 7.
There you see the stat sheet on the day. 410 total yards for this Hornet offense, with almost 300 of those yards coming on the ground, 291. And a lot of that coming off the hands of Nathan Sims. Again, 14 carries for 164 yards. I don't think we'll see him again this game. Just under 12 yards a carry. I think he can take that bus ride back home very happy with his performance tonight, as is the entire Athens team.
Yeah, they put together a great performance tonight. And looks like these guys will probably make a big splash in their district.
Justin Bigham. I think Chunky Suit may have 3 new spokesmen at Athens High School. I like that.
Man, that's a great idea. That is a great idea. I wish that would be kind of legal in the in the world that we live in. These are amateur athletes. I don't think they're going to. I don't know. Maybe the rules are changing fast, but that would be a fantastic idea.
Absolutely. Oh boy, to kick off here for Athens is going to be Cesar Hernandez. And interesting to see who the Mustangs will trot out here on offense. We'll see if they stick with Mayfield and try to get the freshman some more snaps here down big. Let them air it out and see what happens. Or if they try to get some of these backups in there to try to get some experience. We'll see here. Hernandez to kick. And it's a low line drive right at the up man. He's going to take it. Past the 35, cuts to the outside, past the 40, lowers the shoulder, gets brought out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Darren Jackson, the up man on the return. As an up man, you dream of those low line drive kicks. You want to return something.
He did a good job with it, too.
He did. Got it past the 40.
Good 20, almost 30 yards.
It looks like Mayfield will stay in the game, as well as the starting offensive line and receiver set. Try to get them some snaps, see what they can come up with here down big with about 5 minutes left. He's going to hand it off. Here is Barry. Barry lowers the shoulder, falls forward for 8 yards there on first down.
And Barry is a great runner. I mean, he just gets head down. He's had a couple turnovers tonight, but
he runs tough.
He really does. He's a great runner, and big guy, too.
Barry takes it again up the middle, keeps the feet churning, spins, brought down. That will be enough for a first down for the Mustangs.
Running with a purpose right now.
There he is again up the middle. Another good chunk of yards. We'll call it 4 there on first down. Make it 2nd and 6.
Number 5, Barry on the carry, brought down by number 54, Marcus, and number 7, Frazier.
Here's Mayfield, under 4.5 left to play. He hands it off to Barry. Barry looking to the outside.
That was a great.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a zone running scheme, and it works for a first down.
Just watch the patience.
Look at these linemen.
He didn't try to outrun the lineman.
Yep.
He could have.
Waited for the hole to open up in the zone blocking scheme, and it worked. Zone blocking is so interesting, John. It's the lineman. You go block somebody who's in your area, opens up a hole. I love zone running. I love power running, but zone running when it works is beautiful.
Yeah,
right
that was a beautiful play.
4 minutes left to play here in the fourth quarter. Mayfield, he's going to keep it himself. Tries to get it around the edge. Gets brought down from behind by the jersey. That will go down as a loss of, I believe, maybe 1 yard. Barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Brought down by number 24, Rose.
And that's tough when you get brought down by the back of your jersey. It's also scary. You don't want to get brought down from behind like that. And fortunately for Mayfield and the Athens defense, it wasn't a horse collar. Here's Mayfield, hands it off to Barry again. Barry up the middle, tries to make a man miss. He does, tries to get it to the outside. He gets brought down right at the first down marker, and they are going to award him with a first down. So it'll be first and goal here from the 10-yard line as the Mustangs look to try to put some more points on the board late in this one. Mayfield goes to throw it to the outside, and he finds his man Gillespie. Gillespie breaks a tackle, tries to dance back inside and dive forward. He gets the ball down to, let's call it the 3-yard line, and he is slow to get up. He did take an ugly hit there at the end of that play.
He made some stuff happen.
Stayed up maybe too long, gets wrapped up around the legs.
You know, these guys are trying to.
He's down. He has not moved. He took a shot to the head there at the end of that play.
Yep.
That is ugly. He has not moved since being down.
He rolled out. He rolled over that way. And you can see just Mustangs fighting to get in the end zone. He didn't go down easy. Then when they had him wrapped, he still leaps forward.
Oh, he did take a shot at the very end of the play there. Coming in late for Athens was number 18, Quentin Hensley. Got all helmet. Looked like all helmet, all shoulder pad. That does not look good. Gillespie is still down on the ground. There you see the stats for the Mustangs, the key players. Mayfield, 185 yards, a touchdown, 2 picks. Relatively quiet here in the second half. Elijah Berry, 76 yards on 15 rushes, over 5 yards a carry. A lot of that has come on this drive, however. And then you see Gillespie, 3 catches for 26 yards and a touchdown, just under 9 yards a catch. The lone touchdown for the Mustangs coming from Gillespie Jr. The touchdown reception from Caden Mayfield. And Gillespie Jr. still down on the sideline. As he has trainers all around. He does sit up. That's a good sign. Possibility just got his bell rung there on the sidelines. And he is up and walking. Looks to be on his own power, which is good.
Yeah, that's tough.
Chris Gillespie Jr. is a senior wide receiver, celebrated tonight on senior night before the game.
Maybe he sustained a little cut on his bridge of his nose. It looked like he's got a towel on that, but we could definitely see that he took a big hit there at the end, just trying to get a few extra yards, and that's what you're taught to do. They're desperate to get a score here.
Clock will roll here with under 3 minutes left to play. They hand it off to Barry. Barry gets spun around and backs his way into the end zone and scores a touchdown here for the Mustangs, and they will go get some points here close to the end of the game.
Yep.
41-13 barring an extra point.
Barry had a great series there and really put the team on his back. Ran north a lot. Not a lot of outside. He did it the hard way. Just running up the middle, running up the gut, taking a lot of hits. That young man is very tough. And had some good runs early. He had a really long breakout run that just kind of ended with a fumble.
Kennedy Hartman puts the extra point up and in. making it 41-14. Now Athens leads. So about 2:45 left to play in this one. Athens will take over control here late, and they have dominated the time of possession here in the second half. You got to think they want to try to eat up the rest of this 2 minutes and 45 seconds.
Well, they ate up a lot of clock on that last possession. Just slow rolled it down, you know, turned it off 5, 6, 7, 8 yards at a time. And that's what that fantastic bruiser running game that they have can do. It's so multifaceted in the weapon it presents, because you're gaining yards, you can take your time, run out the clock, take the air out of the offense on the other side, and you're just kind of rest assured to get first down.
After first down. They actually were kind of helped by the penalties as well, because they converted the first downs after getting marked back from the penalties.
Yeah, a
So
lot of
just kinda
penalties on Athens to clean up from the second half.
both teams, from the second half and in the first half for the Mustangs.
For sure.
A lot of penalties. And early on in the season here, you got to think that stuff will get cleaned up along the way. And, of course, as we know, practices and everything have not been normal in this current state that we are in. So you got to think that those things will be cleaned up as the season progresses.
Yes, absolutely.
So we'll get an illegal kick out of bounds here on the kickoff by the Mustangs. So the ball will move up to the 35-yard line, where Athens will take over. There we go, the call from Mr. Official. Illegal kick out of bounds. They will march it off to the 35-yard line. I believe it's the 35. They will actually put the ball on the 30-yard line.
2:45 left in the fourth quarter.
And we have a new quarterback in for the Hornets. It will be number 9, Dre Thompson, or rather, number 3, Daniel Stanley, comes into the game for the Hornets. Hands it off to Hunter White, and he gets it upfield for a good carry on first down. Give him 7. 2nd and 3 here for the Hornets. And John, it's just not a, it's not a secret.
Fair.
It's not a secret what they're doing on offense. It just cannot be stopped right now. Takes a handoff. He keeps it himself to Stanley. He ducks under a tackle, and he is in the open field. And look at this speed by Stanley. Down past the 20, down past the 10, and knocked into the end zone for a touchdown. What a carry by the quarterback. Daniel Stanley made the right read, tucked the ball, and just took off and was off to the races.
Wow.
Daniel Stanley showing the wheels, the junior quarterback. Wow, what a run. Fold our camera, guys. The Jets and just knocked in from behind. Really had one choice, was to try to knock him out of bounds, and just got a little too much of that back and pushed him forward for the touchdown. So barring this extra point, which is up, and it is good, Athens will go up 48-14 with 2 minutes left to go in this one.
2:01 left in the fourth quarter. Athens Hornets 48, Black Mustangs 14.
That takes them to almost 500 yards of offense, with 360 of it coming on the ground.
I just, that's an SMH.
We talked about it pregame. This team loves to run the ball.
Yep.
And they are very successful at it. And it's really two different types of offenses.
Coach Harrell has found the right combination. He's got the right guys on the offensive line. And then He's not afraid of the bowling ball approach.
That drive was 2 plays to go 70 yards.
Well, yeah, that was, okay. Game's over. There's no doubt about that. It's going to be great for the stats of Stanley. But we're not kidding ourselves here. That's just late game.
Dead legs.
Yeah. The Mustangs have at this point they're just trying to they're hoping for the clock to run a little bit faster. And I don't blame them. It's just been one of those nights, and Coach Harrell found the combination in the second half. And while I believe the one pass that Arroyo threw, it was completed for about 25 yards.
Yep. They were, I think the term that would be good to describe the second half for Athens is cruise control.
Yep.
And it is really, they took their foot, they didn't take their foot off the gas because they kept putting up points.
Yeah.
But they took their foot off the gas.
Yeah.
But still were able to put up points.
Yeah.
It shows how good this offense is.
These guys, go ahead and mark it down. These guys are going to be hard to stop in District 9. District 9.
Absolutely.
It ain't going to be easy if you do. And I'm just telling you, it's kind of a shame because there's so much great talent on this Mustangs roster.
Here is Elijah Berry spinning off tackles and down after a good 14 yards there on first down. We'll get a first down. Elijah Berry.
Like right there, Elijah Berry is a serious runner. And he's going to end up with a lot of yards on the stat sheet. But
option play. He pitches it out to Berry. Berry cuts it upfield. Gets
Good-looking
brought
play.
down. Yeah. We haven't seen them run that kind of speed option play so far tonight. A good pitch there by Mayfield. He made the right read, made the pitch. 2nd and 5 as the clock keeps ticking. We're approaching 60 seconds left to play. Mayfield on 2nd and 5. Keeps it himself, takes it along the left side, looking to pick up some blockers. And he does find some, tries to get it passed down the sideline. Stays in bounds, cuts it back in the middle of the field. Mayfield is going to take it all the way for a touchdown. What a run there by Caden Mayfield.
Yeah. I think that Athens actually just thought he was going to run out of bounds. He hit the brakes really quick, evaded a tackle, guy holding on to his shirt, and just said, hey, I got a little bit of green in the middle.
Designed quarterback keeper goes around that left side.
Yep, watch this.
Get a good look at
they
his
get
feet
the
here.
shirt.
They actually turned him back inside.
Yep.
He not even
Helped
close,
him.
not even close to going out of bounds there. And he just kind of kept his feet, kept his calm, kept his cool, cuts it back up in the middle of the field, and that is a touchdown. We do have a Mustang down and being helped off the field. It is number 70, Stephen Linscomb, a senior guard. Again, one of these seniors that was honored tonight on senior night. So it's the second senior we've seen go
There was a
down.
lot of seniors honored tonight.
A lot of seniors.
A lot.
Yep.
Man, what does that mean for Coach Stanley? He's got a rebuilding job to do.
Well, he's got a freshman quarterback who's showing
Yes.
some heart and some guts.
Yeah, and there's some sophomores and juniors that are really up and coming. And you can see the talent is there. It's just going to be a lot of work.
Extra point goes off the post and no good.
Comes right back into the middle.
The hold looked like it was a little odd when it was snapped back. We'll get a good look at it here. Here's the snap. Hold was, they kind of fumbled with it and spun it at the last second, and just a line drive kick off the left upright and just kind of doinked back into play. So it'll be 48-20 with under a minute left to play as Athens will take back over on offense.
Yeah, and I think you made a good point earlier. As the season goes forward and, with all the restrictions and things, especially on a team like the Mustangs, who are not quite as deep as, say, an Athens team. Got a lot of two-way players. They're just going to have to be able to build up the stamina to be able to go all 4 quarters. They got a lot of talent. I see a lot of talent in a freshman quarterback that is going to be really, really good.
That brings the total yardage up on the day for the Mustangs up to 358. Elijah Berry just 1 yard short of 100.
Kyle Rimler is calling the Athens High School Hornets a fantasy team.
I mean, they've picked up a lot of points late here. I can
and
see
they did it the same way last week. I'm not going to argue with him.
Yeah. They're picking up points here in what you would call garbage time. They're picking up points.
Yep.
So that's a pretty accurate statement there by Kyle.
Yep.
So here comes Waxahachie Life to kick off here. And it's a low line drive squib kick. And it is kind of tossed back and forth. You could almost argue that was a forward lateral, the way he kind of tipped it to his teammate. There's a big lead. I'm not trying to get picky, but it is what it was.
It was interesting.
Look at this.
There's no need to blow the whistle, but it was
No.
interesting. Yeah, it's right there.
Let it go.
Handoff.
Well, with under 45 seconds left to play here comes the Hornets back out on offense. They have put up a lot of points here in the 4th quarter. A lot of points. And here is Stanley in at quarterback. It looks like he's in a victory formation, and that will do it.
As they should be.
And he takes one knee. He'll need to snap it. No, he shouldn't have to snap it one more time, as there's about a 3 second time difference between the play clock and the game clock. And they will walk off the field and line up at the 50-yard line as Athens, the Hornets, take a 48-20 win over the Waxahachie Life Mustangs on the backs of just an absolutely incredible running game.
400.
Almost 400 yards of rushing. Almost 400 yards. Over 500 yards of offense. Almost 400 of those coming on the ground.
And I don't think there's any real question as to who the player of the game is. Although Arroyo had a great game in the first half, Sims just came out and lit it up in the second half.
Oh, it was dominant. Absolutely dominant.
And I think we got to give him the nod, the Champion Sports Network player of the game tonight.
I think you can share honors with the offensive line, to be fair. Offensive line was blowing holes open all night long. But, yes, Sims on the stat sheet.
He had to do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
absolutely.
Put it this way, the offensive line did exactly what they were supposed to do.
There you see the final statistics for both of these teams. 480 yards of offense for the Hornets, 360 of those coming on the ground, and then 358 yards for the Mustangs. Pretty even across the rushing and passing yardage there for the Hornets. It's really the story was that second half. The Hornets came out and they committed to running the ball and taking the life away from that Mustangs defense, and they succeeded.
Well, I can see there's a bright future at play, Coach Stanley and these Mustangs, because there is a tremendous amount of talent that is on this team. Some of it is in senior form, but there's quite a bit of things to look forward to in the future. Some junior, sophomore, and surrounding yourself with that freshman quarterback. He's going to be phenomenal in the near future.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for tuning in to watch tonight here on the Champion Sports Network for our incredible student-led broadcast crew here on the Champion Sports Network. To my broadcast partner, John Cookman, I'm Adam Ferguson. Thank you again for tuning in and watching the Champion Sports Network.